In the last episode, we had fun.
In the last episode, you all went to a bazaar, and you are still technically at the bazaar. So what are you wanting to do still at the bazaar?
Bizarre things.
What time is it?
Time for you to get a watch!
Adel has a watch. Adel will check her.
What was the Jim Carrey laugh there? What the hell?
Adel will check her watch. What time is it?
It's early morning, almost noon. Not quite noon, but almost.
Oh. Seeing that she's bought everything that she wants to buy, which is nothing. Adel's gonna head back to the house. She needs to think over the fact that she just bumped into Queen Stacy. And that they very easily could have gone home, but were unable to due to current circumstances. It's hitting her like a sledgehammer to the face, and she is not happy about it.
The fact that also there's apparently an imposter running around.
An imposter Tauntaun.
Among Us.
Shut up.
I like how we thought the exact same thing, DM.
They're both awful.
Yeah, well, I at least don't try to not lie about it.
Are you okay, my lady?
I am frustrated.
Why is that?
We very easily could have gone home, aside from present circumstances.
Why you said?
Yes.
And what makes you think she is capable?
Whether she was capable or not, multiple people entered through a portal, multiple people exited through a portal.
One person entered, and then two people left.
Adel.
Technicalities.
Adel just shrugs. Either way, it annoys me nonetheless.
I see. So why did you not ask to go?
Because we can't. We leave, nothing stopping Supreme from locking this dimension down, meaning we can't stop whatever the cult is doing here. Because the cult, it's clearly important to the cult's plans for a reason. Whatever that reason is, I'm not sure.
I see.
I will then continue on home.
Hubert will follow.
He's kind of looking around, trying to figure out where they went.
You would have seen them walking off.
After what's going on, probably important things. Jubilee's gonna see if she can't find some clothing for Adelsarday and herself.
Okay.
Merchant's probably the best place to go.
You find a... Okay. Since you're going straight to the merchant, he looks at you and is like, welcome back.
Hello.
What can I do you for, stranger?
I don't know if you sell this kind of thing, but I'm looking for some evening wear, as it were.
I'm afraid I'm not a negligee. Expert, as it were.
Understandable. Maybe you can point me in the right direction, at least.
Afraid not, stranger. Why, I am fairly new to this town. I don't know my way around after all.
Well, is there anything of interest for sale?
Depends on what type of interest you're looking for, stranger.
Well, other than the aforementioned thing.
That's not
Excuse me.
very helpful, stranger. I need you to be specific, not more or less specific.
Sorry, DM. I got interrupted by something. And also, Scorp finally messaged me, so he apparently was asleep.
He massaged me too. Also, we lost Matt in roll 20. No.
No.
You did.
Oh no.
You shouldn't have.
You're not here.
Well, I should be.
But you're not.
I should.
Anyway, I was gonna continue my train of thought of. Do you have any? Perhaps anything along the lines of. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Tell ya. I'm unfortunately not a mind reader.
Sorry, it's just on the tip of my tongue. I'm trying to.
Formal.
Anything that would have returning, like a returning dagger. Turning was the word I was looking for.
He'll rummage around in his pack for a minute before producing a weapon and sets it on the counter.
All right. How much are we looking for this?
I reckon I can part ways with it for 350 gold.
That's steep. If I were to sell you some daggers as a way to discount the price a bit,
Depends on the quality, what they do, and everything.
well, they're at least decently made, but they're not. I'll be honest, they're not too special, but there is a lot of them. So a lot of material that can be used.
Like, you have to
I produce.
You have to show it.
I was gonna say I produce eight different throwing daggers.
He looks at them, then looks at you and goes, "You know these are rusty, right?"
And yet they still keep working. That's the strangest thing. Like, I've used these things several times and they just refuse to break.
Regardless, they're still... He pokes one with a stick. Mundane daggers. They're not exactly
Understandable.
special.
No, I get it. I was just seeing if I could help lower the price a little bit by getting rid of these ones.
I'll be nice and say I'll knock off 50. But that's being fairly generous in all honesty.
Very much so, and I appreciate that. So that brings it down to 250, was it? Did you say 300 or 350 before?
350, so the discount would make it 300.
Gotcha. I was asking that part out of character, but yeah. So. Hey, Thorgrim, how many funds do we have left?
Let's see. We got one bag of 40 gold, and we got a bunch of 100 gold bags. Let me count. He actually starts counting them. About 4,900.
Any chance I can get 2 of those?
As you say this, without looking, 200 gold bags just out of the bag into the air.
Whoa, careful. And with that, she'll put down the other 100 golds to make the even 300 for the returning dagger. And
He'll slide you the dagger and slowly take the gold. Listen, I've been doing business with you.
likewise, it's always a pleasure to see you.
What can I say? I have such a pretty face.
Julie just kind of giggles at that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a good place, a good clothing place.
Good luck.
We'll kind of search around, I guess, until I find such a thing.
Alright.
When she does, Thorgrim is gonna wander up, and surprisingly, LV is directly behind him, and is gonna just sort of,
Hello, stranger.
howdy.
Hello to you, stranger, says to Elby.
Good morning. We were hoping to inquire about the purchasing, or at least the monetary value of, bracers that would increase one's defensive capabilities.
Well, those are fairly hard to come by. But were I to say that I have them, I might be able to willing to part ways with 200 gold.
200 gold each, then,
For the both of you.
if we were to purchase two.
Ah, you both wish the braces.
Yeah, you see, we have a bit of a problem with the whole armor thing. I can't really wear it, and she can't wear too much. Actually, I can wear quite a bit. Can? Yes. Huh? Okay. Sure. But yeah, armor would be, braces or armor would be great for at least me, because I can't wear armor.
Well, you see, stranger, not to be one to tell you you're wrong, but it seems to me that some of the threats you be fighting don't really care what special armors you're wearing.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I do protect myself just by getting angry, so.
No. I can't really say I, in good conscience, will sell you something that increases your armor. But, he says, beginning to rummage around, and produces a pair of bracers and sets them down. I think this would help you a bit more. It's not going to stop you from getting hit, but might be able to help you take a few more.
These two.
These are special braces. Anytime you were to be hurt by just about anything, it can reduce the damage just a little bit.
Like, mean even more when I do my angry thing?
Yes, it hurts.
Interesting. How much?
He looks them down, seems to calculate numbers. How about 400?
My only other question is, does it require me to, sit down for a couple hours and do that attuning thing?
Why do you ask, stranger?
So I'm already attuned to a bunch of things, and I don't think I can be attuned to any more.
I am afraid that you would have to be mystically connected to this one, unfortunately.
Ah, shit. Means I'd have to replace one of the things I have. And I don't think I can. Phone's ringing. Be right back.
Be sure to mute. Be sure to mute yourself, Matt.
A Canadian.
Alrighty, so since he is preoccupado, Jay or
Yeah, no problem.
Jay or
The door's open, so you can just come in and drop it off.
Don't worry, I muted him.
I think he's gonna be back in just a second.
Oh, well, I guess I'll unmute him then.
Let's find out.
So yeah, I think in the end, we won't. Neither of my characters will end up purchasing anything, because while those bracers are cool, I'm already attuned to 3 things, so I don't really want to separate myself from any of the ones that I already have.
Alright, for LV, he'll rest a hand on her shoulder as she goes away and goes, I do have something for you, though.
She just stops moving and just waits.
He pulls out from one of his packs a bright red button with the words written in Elvish that say panic.
The panic
It's
button.
a literal panic button.
Why would you sell me a button that I would only trigger if I was in danger?
Because if you are in danger, you can press this button, and a magical barrier will form around you, hopefully deflecting the blow.
Require a quick reaction time, would it not?
Everyone has quick reaction times.
That is fair, even one as bookish as I. Very well. If I may acquire to the price,
150.
that is a rather meager payment. So very well, I will pay you 150 gold. Looks at Thorgrim. Thorgrim just sort of, fine.
Takes it and then gives you the panic button.
Don't tell me what it does quite yet.
Oh, you don't know what it does.
Okay.
He told you the vague gist of it, but you won't know what it does until you use it.
Okay.
The only thing you have about it is it's known as the panic button.
May I attempt a what the fuck is that check to determine more? Damn it. You're just gonna keep me in suspense.
Yes.
God damn it.
Absolutely.
Fine. I will wait to use the panic button when I am requiring the panic button.
Alright. Jay or Scorp, what are you all doing in the bazaar?
Oh, quick question
Okay.
before. Does it require attunement?
No.
Okay, cool.
I was gonna say Mark was kind of still figuring out the battery and the javelin. I guess looking over the battery, 2 light ether batteries, and seeing what you can find out about them.
Okay, can't really do an arcana check here. So, roll me an intelligence check. This is not technically magic, so.
Thank you. Just on the table would be great. Thank you so much.
You look it over, you can't figure this thing out. You know what it's called, but you don't know what it does.
All right, and then George, I guess. What was George doing last time?
He was talking. He was making a deal with Captain Rodriguez Carmela Montague.
Oh yeah.
That for some reason, all of the players seem to panic about.
Gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why too. All he wanted was a handshake.
Bullshit.
Like, all right. Well, if he's done doing that, he's probably gonna head over to the to Mr. Stranger then as well.
That stranger.
Hello.
What brings you over to my little shop?
Well, I've been trying to acquire some new weaponry, but it seems as if everyone here is lacking in that.
Luckily, I seem to be a bit of an arms dealer myself.
Oh,
Yeah.
what do you got?
He rummages around in his pack a bit before pulling out a longsword and sets it down on the desk.
And other than a longsword, this is?
I call it the Black Flame Blade.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And he'll slowly grip the handle, lift it up, and as he does, you all hear him mutter something before a black fire streaks across the blade, and he shows it off to you all.
Ooh. I'm guessing
He then stops it and sets it back down.
that's sort of a necrotic flame.
It might be. It might not. I can't tell you all of my secrets, stranger.
Yeah, that's fair. Hmm. What about ranged weaponry? I'm interested in that, but what do you have that's good at far targets?
He takes the sword, puts it away, and begins rummaging. And he stops for a minute and then looks at you and he goes, "Mundane or firearm, stranger?"
Hmm. If only Mark was close by, he'd be interested.
Motherfucker, say gun?
Roll perception to see if Mark hears about a gun.
Sure, why not? Despite the fact that there's absolutely no way Mark would have heard it. Go ahead. Sure, why not?
Mark senses a disturbance in firearms being talked about and immediately walks over.
My gun senses are starting to tingle.
George will, I guess, see Mark all of a sudden they appear behind him and it'll just be like, I guess both now.
Ah, wonderful, stranger.
Hello. Do you know what this is? As he kind of holds up the battery.
Looks like a battery, mate.
Okay. Mark will just be quiet after that.
From where I'm from, you would stick it somewhere and it would do something fancy like open a door. He says, going back to rummaging through his inventory.
Huh. How would she give me something that opens the door?
I highly doubt that's the reason she gave it to you, mate. Well, I can't really say that it's magical, but it's fancy. He says, bringing up a heavy crossbow and sets it down, but unlike other crossbows you've seen, this one seems to have a wheel that has 9 crossbow bolts already lined into it. He'll pick it up and show it to you. It's like, fancy, right?
Yeah.
He then aims it to the ground, pulls the trigger, and you all listen to contraptions whirl before it fires 3 crossbow bolts, one right after the other, each one hitting the ground as he sets it down after the demonstration. 3 for the price of 1. Can't go wrong with that, can you, stranger?
That is very true.
The only downside to it is it does take a bit of time to reload it once it's used its 9 shots.
I mean, still. What I can do with 9 shots is much better than I can do with simply 2.
Very true, stranger, very true.
And I guess, what about, firearms for my friend here?
Ah, of course. You looking to hit something at a range, or hitting something that dares get too close?
Mark will kind of think for a second. Honestly, probably range. Already have something that can make everyone feel that danger.
You don't know how happy it makes me hearing you say you want a ranged weapon. He says, and rummages around before pulling out a long, what looks to be a barrel, and slowly sets it down and smiles as he says, "This bad boy, it's a very strong one, stranger."
Guess Mark will take a closer look at it.
Some people refer to it as bad news.
In the bear?
God, these are all so good. What the fuck? I hate it.
The unfortunate thing is, they're both kind of expensive. He says, and begins rubbing his fingers together in the way that shows money.
How expensive are we talking?
The bad news is worth at least 1,000.
Mark.
The repeat crossbow. I could part ways for 500.
Mark thinking about the time where everyone yoinked the gold that he had flying from the sky.
Hey, not everyone yoinked it. One person yoinked it.
Yeah, Tauntaun yoinked it all. Then he spent it all.
I was gonna look over to Thorgrim. Hey Thorgrim, how much gold do we have left?
Tauntaun spent it all.
Matt?
Like,
Matt, you
okay,
there?
Thorgrim.
I
Matt
guess
might be
he's not here.
This is
Huh.
why we need a track of our inventory.
Okay.
Then he'll.
Hold on. Thorgrim in an automated response voice as soon as I figure out where he keeps this in his inventory. This might take me a minute because I don't know where
Like,
he keeps
he did in his inventory. Pick it on
Well-
physical paper.
Yeah, if he keeps it on physical paper, then yeah, no. So, okay, so we'll just have to wait for him to come back. So Thorgrim seems to be having an episode where he's just staring off into space, not replying to anything. Anyone.
He's getting dementia.
Not again.
Huh. Well, guess he might be thinking about something. About the sword itself.
Ah, the black flame blade. He says, pulling it back out, sets it down. 400.
Wow, I think George have a lot more gold. I don't. That's funny.
Haven't gotten your allowance recently, then, mate. He says, it's very clearly being played.
Yeah, I know. Need to go get that at some point. Actually, I have an idea.
I'm
Oh,
willing to
lordy it.
listen.
Jay has an idea.
I'm willing to listen to this idea, mate.
I could potentially get my allowance right now.
And how do you reckon I'm doing that,
George is gonna.
My dad shoot it at me.
Oh, this should be funny. George is going to.
Real quick, Matt, your headset's freaking out. We can't hear you. Okay, so George is what?
George is going to. He's going to cast a quick spell. And he's going to ask for.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
No, he's not being stealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I just came to an epiphany.
Oh, the misery.
Okay.
What? No. Jay, do you have parental issues?
What?
What?
Because he's literally playing two characters, one with mommy issues and one with daddy issues.
George has no
Hey.
problems with his mom. Mark is the one who's just rebellious.
Mark's not even rebellious. He just does dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but George is a mama's boy and Mark is daddy issues.
Mark one day, friend George, if my dad were to marry your mom, we would be brothers. Anyway, Jay, what's your plan here? You cast a quick spell. What spell are you casting?
I'm trying to figure out if this spell would actually work.
You gotta tell me what it is.
It's God or Speedy Courier.
Okay.
He was going to attempt to write a note down to his mom and put it in the chest, asking for some gold. Asking for gold and seeing if she can put the gold in the chest.
Okay.
Mom, I need an
Essentially making a
allowance.
carrier.
Alright, so right after you do this, suddenly Thorgrim snaps out of his zone out state.
What?
Parental senses activate.
Hi.
George, you are free to talk to Thorgrim now.
Oh, Thorgrim, how much gold do we have?
We have a lot. Hang on. That is my key.
It says he's like writing the note down here.
Word again. We have 45 100 gold bags and 190 gold bags, so 45.90.
George is gonna stop writing what he was doing, and you said he already did it, right? Or was he about to do it?
Yeah, you've done it. You've already sent it.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, let's see. There's 3 weapons here that could work well here, but one of them's 1,000, one of them's 500, and the other one's 400, I think.
Okay.
However, what would you be willing to cut the price down on any of the weapons for this, as he kind of shows his dark steel longsword?
Ah, the demon slaying blade. He says, taking it, looks it over. Now, why do you have one of these, stranger?
Well, Azamar, son of an angel, kind of just makes sense.
Somehow I highly doubt that you got it for those reasons.
Yeah, well, when your city was getting haunted by some random devil or demon, or fiend, it's kind of something that just need you to have on you.
We lost the bot.
I'm on it.
Bot play music.
Oh, what are you trying to get a discount on, stranger?
Well, potentially the other sword.
Ah, the black flame blade. I could probably knock off 50 gold. Or in exchange for the sword.
Nah.
Well, I tried. He says, putting the blade away.
Did you make this gun yourself? Mark kind of says.
I dabble. Occasionally.
How much would you be willing to sell in order for instructions on how to make one?
I'm afraid that the instructions would be a bit more difficult to come by. I'd have to go find them, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, it's understandable.
So, eventually I might be able to sell those to you, but you'll have to be patient.
That's fine. I'm fine with waiting.
Wonderful, he says, putting the rifle away, leaving the crossbow on the table. So, am I here assuming that you're not buying any of my fine wares today?
No, I definitely still have interest in the crossbow and the sword, but that'll depend on my friend here if he's alright with me getting that.
How much was it again?
It'd be 900 in total for both.
Ooh. We've already spent a hell of a lot.
We still have 4,500 more left.
Yeah, a little over 4,500. I'm just worried
All of
about
mine.
us blowing our load all in one place.
Well, I did just my mom and
supposed to do it?
Yes, George.
well, I just sent a message to my mom, which hopefully should be getting back here anytime soon, and seeing, I guess, if she is going to send gold in any way. But
Heh. So you asked for allowance from your mom?
yes,
Get a job, ya bum.
it is honest job technically.
With a soft little pop, you see that the chest reappears with 100 gold in it.
Oh, perfect. Take the 100 gold. Well, I guess it's only 800 now.
Hang on, let me get the money.
You could, of course, only buy one of the other. And the next time we meet to purchase it, should you come across coin.
Order in stocks and in the bag.
That is true. Well, I guess I'll only get the crossbow then.
He then puts the sword away. That'll be 400.
Alright. Gonna flop over 400.
He takes it before sliding the crossbow to you, George.
I'll take the crossbow then.
Pleasure doing business with you, stranger.
Likewise. Kind of saunter off with the crossbow, trying to figure it out.
Alright. And now we move on to Tauntaun and Ophie.
Well, Tauntaun sees Big Tent. Big Tent, actually.
Big Tent is just where small shows are occurring. Nothing fancy in there. Just seems to be general entertainment purposes.
Shame. I was hoping Big Dragon.
No,
I don't know why.
No big dragon.
Tauntaun, giant tent. All of these seem to have shopkeepers. This one must have giant shop. Very well. Tauntaun did the thing. Oh, hey, you boys still here. You know how Chopper usually hides behind?
Yes.
That's what Ophie's doing while looking at the man.
Okay. Where he is standing, there's nothing to hide behind, though.
What do you mean? There's a whole ass orb.
You have to move your character behind something, otherwise he's just standing in the middle of a walkway. There you go. Yeah.
Wait, what's going on?
Uh,
Everything is now dark.
I changed nothing.
Done. Get a refresh.
But, Ophie, you see the man just perusing, going around about his business, doesn't seem to notice you.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
Alright. So, you all can choose to stay at the bazaar, or you can eventually wander home. There's not much is gonna change in the bazaar.
I was gonna say if Mark and George can, they'll probably try to buy some ammunition.
Okay. You'll end up going back to the merchant until he'll sell you crossbow bolts at standard price.
Well, bullets, like just regular bullets for Mark.
He somehow also has those.
Oh. How much are the bullets then?
Let's see. Let me get you the price on the bolts first. Let's see. So, for 20 crossbow bolts, it'll cost you 1 gold for 20.
Alright.
And for bullets, it'll cost you 3 gold for 20.
Alright. I'll probably end up getting 40 of each.
Okay.
Yeah, 40.
That's a total of 16 gold.
Yeah.
what about the rest of you?
I think Thorgrim and LV will be bringing up the rear, so when everybody else leaves, they will follow, because Thorgrim is the one in charge of the money and needs to be there when people want to spend more, and LV is just LV.
Alright.
Well, Ayla left him.
You know,
I'm aware Adel has already left.
Yeah, and BC's just gonna be following Ofi.
No.
Kofi's going to be following boy.
Okay. Well, if you guys aren't going to actually do any kind of interacting, we can wrap up the shopping day here.
yeah, other than, looking for special attires, that's it.
You'll have to go into town for those.
And Jubilee will do that, and Scalois is just going back home then.
Okay.
Knowing me, I'll think of something to say after we leave.
That's how it goes.
So,
Always how it goes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Eventually, Ophi, you lose sight of Pretty Boy. You're not sure how you did it, but he went around a corner, and whenever you peered around it, he was gone.
I got Batman. What the fuck? Tall, dark, and edgy Batman. Fuck.
I gave you ample opportunity to talk to him.
Like Ophi has any talking with people skills.
Alright,
Like the real thing.
so...
Also, I'm still in the process.
So, I take it the rest of you are done then.
Aye.
As far as I know.
Okie dokie. Then we will go to the house. The stuff Jubilee is looking for, we will do over deals. Should be everybody back home. Could be.
Everyone's gone aside from Ricky for me. Oh, there they are. They popped in slowly.
Yeah, that's because you're on Nigerian internet.
Yeah, Nigerian internet fucking sucks.
Maybe you shouldn't be on Nigerian internet.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You'd better.
Fuck off.
Still doing fucking arm wrestling?
Now they're thumb wrestling.
For a second there, it sounded like you were about to say fuck wrestling, and I was like, oh.
No.
Be a very intense.
No, that's
wrestling.
later.
Damn.
I don't think Ophi needs to be here for that.
Not with Charlie involved. Charlie doesn't have a horny bone in his body.
Tauntaun could fix that.
No, he can't. You
No, I
really
can't. Specifically made it to where Charlie never had any interest in anyone.
No, Tauntaun would make it worse, let's be real.
Charlie likes only a few things: fighting and cooking.
Exactly.
Bless you.
Yeah, that's why you tell him
Thank
sex
you.
is a form of fighting. And that Tauntaun is better at it.
Eh,
Ignite his competitive spirit. Then probably be unable to walk for a couple days.
Because he punched you in the face.
It would not work. Because it would not go how you would hope it would.
No, but either way, it's a win. Either he gets Valentine 2 Electric Boogaloo, or Tauntaun gets some fucking.
Basically, gonna go over and observe the thumb wrestling.
It's not very intense. They seem to be taking a more relaxed way of going about it, as they may have tuckered themselves out while you all were gone.
The hell? I'm gonna refresh again. Everything is dark again. Why?
Because it's your old friend.
Show me the colors.
Alright. So eventually you all get back home after a day of relaxation. What do you all do?
Wait, so it's the next day now?
No, it's same day. I'm just saying that you were all
Later.
Hope that Edelsar Day somehow didn't find more deadly work for us.
About what time in the day is it after we arrive at the home?
about noon. Hubert has retired to the kitchen to begin cooking a meal.
Okay. I guess LV will go back into her room to continue work on her magical stick.
Okay.
And Thorgrim will kind of just sit there boredly. Because Thorgrim doesn't do much.
Mark is actually going to go ask the alternate Mark and Thorgrim if they'd like to come with them to try to figure out the battery situation.
You walk over. The alternate Thorgrim has his head down on the table. He's snoring very loudly, with the alternate Mark just meditating, staring off into space as you approach.
Thorgrim is laughing at his ultimate self.
Mark, Thorgrim.
Oh, hello. Hello, my doppelganger. What brings you over here?
Well, I'm not sure if you've had experience with this, but I've been trying to figure out a way to survive without my core, potentially.
I see. I can
Yeah.
survive without my core very briefly, powered by my key.
Oh. They seem very similar to how I'm able to do it with light, to how I'm able to charge myself up with lightning, but I haven't tried it without my core yet.
I am not much of a mechanical expert, despite being a warforged. That would be up his alley, though he seems to be very tired, he says as the alternate Thorgrim continues snoring.
Is he just tired, or did he drink?
I believe him to just be tired. He began mulling over something in his mind, but passed out shortly after.
Well, if that's the case, does Mark remember, where, the general area Tempest is at?
Yeah, he's off in the forest.
Oh, okay. Then Mark will just simply say, well, if he does wake up and is up for a bit of mechanical work, let him know that I may need his help out in little kind of a general spot of in the forest, maybe if you can, of where Tempest is at.
Of course, I will let him know.
Okay, appreciate it. Then he'll start kind of heading out towards the door.
Alright.
And he'll kind of just say out loud, I'm gonna go try to see if I can help Tempest figure out a way to me to survive without my core.
Cool.
Okay, with that, Mark leaves. So what are the rest of you doing?
Well, Anton has many a plan.
Okay.
Current plan involves magic.
Big shock.
Specifically magic missile. And trying to upgrade it.
Magic missile.
Specifically, damn it.
You'll have to You will have to roll Arcana.
That 1d4 shit's starting to not be enough.
You'll have to roll Arcana.
Gotta find Arcana. Give me a minute. There.
It's literally the first skill.
No, it's not. It's the third skill.
You begin working, and it's slow progress, but you feel like you're making progress.
Well, I'm already doing better than when I was working on Ridge Shield.
Anyone else?
I was gonna sit thinking for a while. And then she's just going to, let's see, where are they? Where are they? Oh, they're in their room. I was gonna get up and head over and knock on the door.
Enter.
I like to assume that it was just enter.
Hello, Gloom Hollow.
Elvie immediately switches to Elven. Good afternoon, Adelsarve. How may I help you?
It has been a very long time since I've spoken Elven.
I figured it would be a nice change.
You'd be right. I've noticed you've been working on that staff of yours. What have you been trying to do with it?
I am a mage of many talents, but I find that due to my connection with the arcane and divine at the same time, I am most, one could say, inclined towards thunder and lightning as elements, and I wish to use this staff that I am crafting to become a focus, a conduit for my magical abilities.
And how are you trying to do that?
You have your staff, correct?
She'll take out the fire staff. I do.
A similar thing. You have, I would assume, magic you can cast from said staff, and I would like to do the same.
Well, this staff is not my focus, but I understand what you mean.
Well, it is not something that I wish to craft simply for chuckles. It is one of my many works that I use to keep my mind busy and also to further hone my own magical ability. And like I said, I have a fondness and apparently a penchant for thunder and lightning, so I am crafting a staff of thunder and lightning.
Hills nods to this, and then she pauses as she gets an idea. I see. Well, this discussion just gave me a project idea. I hope it'll work out.
Do you need assistance with said project?
No, I think it's something that only I can do. But if I do feel I need help, I will ask for it.
Indeed. Hopefully, if you feel inclined, we could work upon our projects together and use it as a bonding exercise.
I'd like that.
I'd like that as well, which is why I suggested it.
I'll let you know when I get started.
Indeed.
I'll leave you to your rest.
And I will leave you to yours. Have a good day.
You too. And then Ada will head out.
Would you like me to roll a check of some kind?
Arcana.
Arcanas. Yay. I will roll an Arcana.
All
Arcana and a good.
Anus.
right, you're making progress on it, but you still know this is quite a ways away before it's completed.
It is, in fact, going to be a long project, but I believe I can finish
All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, Ophi's gonna go help cook.
Okay. Does Ophi know how to cook?
He has cooking utensil.
Okay.
His only tool proficient.
You walk in, you see Hubert currently cutting certain strips of meat. You're not sure what it is just by look, but he seems to be preparing a meal for just about everybody.
Can I help?
If you wish.
Then what are you making?
I am simply making some cooked beef with some vegetables, potatoes, carrots, things like that. But for Lady Adelsane, I'm making a more vegetarian dish.
You ever heard of tofu?
I have. It's disgusting, and I will not subject her to eat it. But it is a good observation and offer to suggest, had I not heard of it.
Consider fish meat?
He does, unfortunately.
Some people don't count it.
I am aware. She does, unfortunately.
Shame,
So-
fish is delicious. Best
Hey.
part.
I agree.
Well, anything you need chopped right now?
He motions over to some of the carrots and potatoes sitting on the table.
Ophi's chopping.
Alright. So while he's doing that, anyone else?
Chopping them into funny.
Okay.
Fulgrim's gonna wander over to our good old robot buddy Mark over here. It's going to just
Mark's
tap him
gone.
up. Oh,
Yeah, he said he was gonna go help Tempest.
Mark went
Uh-oh.
into the forest.
oh. Okay. Sad Fulgrim knows this.
He didn't announce it, so he does know where Mark is at.
Yeah, the issue is, well, can't really do what he was planning in the forest.
Planning to do in the forest.
Can't really do any, forge work in the forest. That would cause a fire hazard.
I mean, I'm fairly certain forge work
Tempest is.
anywhere is a fire hazard.
But yeah, Tempest is also there. I'm pretty sure he said he was making his own place too. Or area to
Certain
work.
Tempest is a fire hazard.
Oh. In that case, Fulgrim will actually will excuse himself from the rest of the group and go follow, because he wants to do forge work with Mark.
Alright, so Mark, as you're heading along, you hear footsteps and you look over and you see Mark following you.
Wait, Mark, wait.
Oh, hello.
He'll hold up his portable forge. Wait, look what I got.
It looks like a tiny
I got-
anvil.
You have
Got a thing.
You have a pocket anvil.
Yeah, it's a portable forge actually. Like I can a forge I can just carry around with me.
Oh.
You wanted to build stuff, right?
Something like that. We're trying to figure out how I can potentially survive without my core.
Oh, didn't you want to craft stuff for your gun thing?
Well, that too. But I'm pretty sure this takes priority since my brother plans on destroying my core, so.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, but I mean, I can't really help with your core stuff. That's way out of my league. But I could definitely help you with bullets and gun stuff.
I mean, sure. I'd take the help.
All right, I'll just bring this along, and hopefully your dad doesn't mind another dad tagging along.
Yeah, if anything, he may also be able to help you. Maybe, I don't know, enhance your portable forge. I don't know if he likes that kind of stuff though.
Probably not. He seems like very much a very do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah, but if you see someone who might have the same passion as creating things like he does, then who knows? Might be able to offer you some assistance with it.
Oh shit. Well, yeah. If you don't mind, then I'd like to come with and talk to your dad a bit. Then.
Mark definitely viewing Tempest through rose-tinted glasses here.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad is the best. Will definitely help you.
Very slowly.
As another dad.
My dad is the best. Meanwhile, Tempest to Mark, you are precious. Looks to Thorgrim. The fuck is that thing?
Very slowly descending pixel glasses.
So you all head to the little outcropping Tempest has made. It's nothing fancy. He's just he has taken the word makeshift to a whole nother level, as he has various different machines that you all don't know what can possibly do, laid out in various areas, while he is currently seeming to take a break while reading an enlarged book that is floating in front of him that he occasionally moves the claw to turn the page of.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Mark.
I've oh yeah, Thorgrim's here too, by the way.
Yeah. Hi. Hope you don't mind me tagging along.
He slowly looks over and then looks back to his book and goes, hello to you as well.
Yeah. Hi. Long time no see. Hope you enjoy your book. That book you're reading.
It is alright.
What is it?
It was written by a mage who is not nearly as skilled in magic as myself. I am seeing if he has anything insightful written within these pages.
I'm guessing by your tone of voice, probably. You haven't found anything yet.
Not yet.
Well, I did manage to acquire some assets that could potentially help us.
And what might that be?
There's this lightning javelin as he kind of pulls that out.
He looks away from his book, looks over the javelin, goes primitive but useful in certain situations.
And there was this lady there named, what was her name? Stacy? And she gave me this as he kind of pulls out the light ether battery.
At this, Tempest stares. And he stares for a very long time. And
She gave me two, actually.
You know, it does occur to me, I don't think Tempest would know who Stacy is. He left before she was born.
No, but he knows what the light ether batteries are.
Oh,
He does
yeah.
know what the light eater batteries are.
That's the
Oh,
problem.
definitely.
Those are inventions from that woman.
Oh,
Rant number 2 coming up.
Uh-oh.
What are you wishing to do with these, Mark?
well, I kind of figured they could help in any way to help me survive without my core. I mean, the merchant said this is kind of can help you put it in something and it can power it or something like that. So,
Wish me to combine her technology with mine?
well, I wouldn't say combine it. I'd say more enhance it and make it better. She obviously isn't as good as you are, so.
Save.
What'd you say?
Roll persuasion.
Again, I think that literally the last line made it not disadvantage.
You've gotta be fucking kidding
Oh
me.
my god!
It begins.
Bruh.
Bruh does not begin to cover how much of a moment this is.
Like,
We
Thorgrim,
need
do
some
you have
bass
anything-
boost.
Do you have anything insightful
Cool.
to add to this conversation?
I don't think he knows anything about anything that they're talking about, to be honest.
You can still try to say something useful to give him
Does,
advantage.
does he know anything about, like, Valentine or Light Ether or any of that stuff at all?
Roll history.
I'll say,
Oh,
you also
boy.
could see a son talking to his potentially getting angry father.
Yeah. Okay. First, I'm gonna roll history, which surprisingly he's not terrible at. Of course, I roll poorly, but
You know, Tom, that's basically like knowing Valentine.
Thorgrim
Pam here
sees
identity.
the obvious eye flare of a really, really angry dragon getting progressively angrier and goes,
So, the thing is, you don't know anything about Light Ether, but you also know that it's not Valentine that they are talking about here.
oh. Do I know who they are talking about?
No, not really. You haven't
Okay.
heard the name.
Okay. Thorgrim sort of just puts his hands up because as he notices Tempest getting progressively angry. Whoa. I see where this is going. Your son tried to make a decision for himself that tried to help. He tried to be, he's trying his best, okay? He's not trying to harm anyone, okay? This is clearly a situation that, while it is very volatile for various reasons, there is a lot of weird stuff happening here. And that doesn't mean that you should be mad at him for any reason. He's just trying his best, okay? Just talking from dad to dad here, you shouldn't get mad at your son for trying to do what he thinks is best, okay? He may have screwed up, but that's life. Every single person has a chance to make their own choices. And whether he screwed up or not, that'll give him opportunities to learn from it, okay? Just gotta keep it cool. Just make sure that you don't get mad because he's just trying his best. He's just trying to make a situation better. Right now, probably isn't good right now, but just let it ride. Let it ride, okay?
Mark, roll another persuasion check and cross your fingers.
God.
Oh my
Oh.
God. So he
Got a
rolls
one,
three.
but
He rolls a 3.
So, Tempest will not even look at you, Thorgrim, for a very long time, but slowly reaches his claws out, taking the battery out of Mark's hand, and you both hear the book close with a violent snap as he says, "I will quit."
Brought
he's
Tom
still
Tom
angry.
good at dealing with egos.
Okay. In the meantime, would you be okay with me and Thorgrim running an experiment by chance?
So long as you are not loud.
It involves the javelin.
I said what I said.
Okay.
We'll try to
Well-
be as quiet as we can.
Well, that's the thing, is that it involves. And as long as you're working on that, if it can potentially be a longer solution, I'd like to see if my circuits can be a temporary solution if my core were to ever be somehow removed.
Tempest will snap his fingers, and as he does, a bolt of lightning comes from the sky and slams into you, Mark.
What?
You are now considered to be overcharged.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You're powered up. Get in there.
Mark will try to. I don't know if Mark can do it himself, but he's gonna want to remove his core and see if he can stay up.
You pull it out, and you are in fact still standing, but you can feel that the overclocked circuits are beginning to diminish rapidly, as it only lasts for 6 rounds. Or
Yeah,
10 rounds.
as he
1 minute.
as he feels it diminishing, he's going to immediately put his score back in.
Okay.
so you can live without it.
It's very short though.
About how short?
Probably at least a minute. And that's considering if I can actually stay on my feet during that minute.
That's not good. Too short.
Yeah, well, you can still do a lot in a minute, so.
Well, I mean, all I can say is I'll try.
Orgrim, as you say this, your stomach begins to rumble as you remember Hubert is cooking.
Shit.
Mark,
Something wrong?
You did hear his stomach growl.
Oh.
I forgot you don't need to eat. I kind of do though.
That's fine. You can go ahead. I'll stay out here with my dad and try to work with him on this.
I'm gonna stay here with my dad.
All right, I'll go back to the house, grab some food, and when I'm done, I'll come back. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Wait a minute.
Waiting.
Crap! I should have tested this before. See if anything was changed. Yeah, I guess I'll deem you. Mark, he was gonna try to see if he gets overcharged, and then tries to switch his cores. What happens?
We will have to work on that.
Yeah.
In experimentation.
Alright. That is not something you can do presently.
Yeah.
Alright. So before lunch is served, is there anybody else who wants to do anything before the food gets served?
I don't know how long my shopping excursion takes,
You're back with plenty of time.
but I'll just like grab Ailsar Day. It's like, hey, I got something for us. Come on, come with me.
Adel will look over. Okay.
Just kind of drags Adel to room real quick. And then presents her with what I showed the DM, and I will send it to you in a moment.
Yes.
Lingerie in it.
What?
I said it's lingerie in it.
You don't know.
True.
Could be anything. It could even be a boat.
How are you gonna wear a boat?
Very
I mean,
carefully.
there are amulets. There are magical amulets that when you throw in water turn into boats in this game.
In
know why I can't
Pathfinder,
find
there's
it in
a
my
hat
game.
that turns into a boat.
There you go.
Jubilee got this for Ailsar Day.
Adel just stares at it. And what is this?
Something very nice that when you wear, I think might get Hubert to agree with you more.
I appreciate the sentiment, Jubilee, but that is not how I do things.
Well, still, it might be a nice treat for him.
And she looks away from it. Maybe. But no. It's more your style.
All right, well, I'm giving it to you anyway. Besides, I got myself one anyway. Shows off a white version of it.
Oh. Thank you.
You could try it on later, or you could try it on before lunch.
I think I
But
will try it on at some point. Later.
You won't regret it. Winks and walks away.
Ella watches her go and then looks at us like, I don't even know if this constitutes as clothing anymore.
Heh.
Then she's gonna very quickly put it like under the covers in case before anyone sees it.
Oh, that's gonna end badly.
And she'll
In
head
the
out.
meantime, Skilodius has been trying to see if he can talk to his boss, but probably sees that he and Charlie are still busy.
I mean, you can talk to him. It's not like he can't reply.
Yeah, they're not wrestling with their tongue.
Excuse me. My lord,
Yeah.
how is our position? Right. Well, you technically are the lord of the
He just,
where I am, so
as soon as you say it again, he just gives you a look.
yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Better. Now, what
Sir,
is it?
how has our position changed with these folks?
What do you mean?
Are we still on very shaky terms with the, I guess, for better or for worse, lack of term, kidnappers?
Beastie will say this, will say in Goblinese, you sure you want to speak about that here? And she looks to Zardak.
Zardak just shrugs his shoulders and says, ultimately, it is your decision what you make of it, not mine. I cannot speak for any of you.
Of course, sir, but in the end, all of us of you do owe you at some sort of shape or fashion. So I still have my loyalty to your court, as it were.
Well,
After all, what you've done for the children and of my church and orphanage has been a great boon.
now, like I said, ultimately it is your choice as to how you view them. If you want to be on a more friendly relation, then go right ahead.
Understood, sir. And if not to pry too much, what is your personal opinion now? Just out of curiosity.
That doesn't matter. Because if I tell you my opinion, your opinion may sway in its favor. And then you wouldn't be making your choice now, would you?
Insightful as always, sir.
I wouldn't be where I am today if I wasn't insightful.
Still, I would like to avoid any conflict, and any personal conflict of interest, as it were.
Once again, your choices, not mine.
Understood.
If you want to be friendly with them, go ahead.
I'm assuming that means I have permission to speak freely about my opinion, then?
If you wish.
With all due respect, sir, and you did everything you could when it came to the freaky situation, but maybe they just had an option available to them more than you, sir.
He shrugs a bit.
That is my. I'm not saying you didn't handle it the proper way, but
You can think.
situation has changed.
You can think the way I handled it wrong if you want to.
Given the circumstances, it's not an easy decision, but just thought I'd let you know that I don't think badly of your decision. I just think now that they had an option open to them that was not available to you, and that the situation has drastically changed.
Well,
That is all.
while I appreciate your insight, never mind. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you not punching a hole through my chest, sir, for speaking my mind.
If I punched a hole through people's chests for speaking their mind, I wouldn't exactly be a competent leader, now would I?
True. Perhaps my faith being tested, or I'm just a little nervous when speaking to you.
Most people are nervous when they speak to me.
Beastie chuckles.
Well then, I feel much better about myself now, and I shall be going off somewhere to read my prayer book. I'll leave you to your competition, as it were, sir.
He nods to this.
Scalos gives a slight bow and then just heads to an empty seat. Read his prayer book.
Alright. Eventually... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Aeol's gonna look over to Sclodius. You know, Sclodius, there's one thing which I have been wondering. You pray to
Yes.
the dragon god, right?
Correct.
And what's your opinion on dragons?
Very, very... Well, most like people, they could be very benevolent or very malefic in intent. But my opinions on them as a whole, they are very powerful beings worthy of at least the respect for their power.
Doesn't Zardak have one as a prisoner in his home?
Scalus kind of looks to Zardak for a moment, thinking.
Roll a history.
I don't know shit about history, so...
Okay, so unfortunately, Scalodius, you're not able to think of the details surrounding it. You're not sure why. It's probably the most recent talk has rattled you.
Admittedly, I'm not too aware of the circumstances. However, I do know that Zardak does not do things of a whim. And like I said before, there are ones with benevolent and ones with malefic intent, and that could be one with malefic intent.
Originally, I thought that the dragon was Ricky's father or mother.
I do not know.
I don't think that's the case now, judging from what we've been told about Ricky.
Imagine if we're just a fucking god trapped in a mortal form.
Hey, Lady Sarde.
Hmm?
What do you think when you look at me?
You?
Yes. Or rather, what I am.
What, a dragonborn?
Yes. What's the most common thing you think of when you think of Dragonborn?
Ale folds her arms and thinks for a bit. Nothing.
And why is that?
Where I come from, I've traveled around quite a bit, and I've seen a lot of people, from dwarves to elves to dragonborn. A person's race doesn't really mean anything to me. Usually.
Very good. So, when you asked me what my position was on dragons, did you think it would be something very base? Like I hold all dragons in high esteem?
I just wanted to know about your opinion on it, considering that you pray to the Lord of Dragons. That, and I was hoping to get your opinion on and know more about why Zardak had such an opinion about the power that dragons have, considering that your language is barred in this country.
Ah, yes. Well, again, I don't speak for my lord's opinions, but he allows me to have my own say in things. So, I believe, again, his reasons are his own.
I suppose if I wanted to get more of a key to that, I'd get more asking directly, huh?
Of course. However, I will say this much at least. My ideals are to show the good side of the dragons, but I don't automatically think all of them are good by default. I'm just one half of the coin, as it were.
So you think somewhere out there's the other half? Someone that looks up to the bad parts of dragons?
Possibly, but it might not even just be a person, it could just be an ideology. One that maybe someone thinks that dragons are rulers instead of our friends.
That
Or
sounds
companions.
that sounds kind of similar to Rashi, actually. Though he's lizard folk rather than dragons.
Yes, quite. Still need to get over that detail about you folks, but
What detail?
okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Scale always knows you accidentally freed Rashid, right?
Yes.
From what he was told, Adel
Yeah.
was the one that did it.
Yeah,
No, it's
still.
all his fault. She's the one that got us into the job.
Scale just kind of has a little twitch when he thinks about it. Yeah, and you do know Rashid is the enemy of my lord, my patron.
I'm fairly certain Rashi is the enemy of most people.
Indubitably, but he has caused the great Dragon Lord a lot of pain.
Adel just rubs her
And-
throat. Yes, he has.
And again, well, you were deceived by him. I don't hold that against you. It does still irk me, however, how... Again, two sides, same coin. Not exactly for a dragon, but, you know. Different ideology.
Ale rests.
The
Ale.
beautiful thing is the spectrum of the ideals and moralities of it are much like the dragons themselves, differing in many different ways.
I see.
Have you ever noticed when my wings come out that what kind of wings they are?
No.
Gillis real quick just kind of concentrates and his wings come out and they're like a gem almost instead of like a metal or instead of like a metallic or a chromatic color, they're like a gem-like color.
Interesting.
Gem dragons are not very common, but they do exist. And much like the three types of dragons, each has their own ideal.
Noted.
Some can go similar directions, but not quite line up. And others just oppose each other naturally.
Sounds like people.
Yes, it does. Which is why it's my job to try to proclaim his word so it can be understood just like people are understood.
You know, we actually saw a dragon in the ocean. Well, a dragon turtle.
Oh, really?
While we're not sure if it did this on purpose, it did save our life.
Tries to think if dragon turtles count on the spectrum of dragons.
Yes, they do.
Oh.
They are considered to be dragons.
One of the many great ones of the ocean.
It could still be out there.
Yes. Would be quite the sight to see.
Meanwhile, the dragon turtle in the sea, sinking ships, killing krakens, and fighting around the world.
God is Scottish.
Well,
Yes.
yeah, it like smiles and like ends the conversation, but in the back of her mind, she is remembering what the gods are currently up to. Part of her wonders if she should let Scilodius know, but she decides, for now, it's probably best for his mental health not to mention that aspect.
Well, as you're pondering this, Hubert and Ophi come, giving everyone food.
The vegetables are all in funny shapes.
The carrots and potatoes are in the shapes of stars, circles, octopi, and various other shapes as such.
I see Master Ophius has had his hand in the kitchen.
Yes, he asked to assist me.
This is actually a pleasant change of pace.
Oh
He
boy,
is quite the
food.
talented one.
I am not as skilled as making cartoonish type shapes.
They are cartoonish. This one's a dog.
In any case, he did well. Or,
Yes.
what? Ophi did well. Hubert says.
Okay.
Well, while they are very maybe a little eccentric at times, they are very capable and have been quite the great companion when needing food on the road.
So, as you all enjoy your food, it's a nice time to sit down, enjoy, and chat with one another. And close towards the end of your meal, you all hear 3 knocks on the door.
Is is LV collected from her room, or at least told that there's...
I was gonna have
Someone would have
someone.
told her.
Okay.
Usually we'll go get the door.
Okay. So, you open the door, and one of the elven warriors looks to you and bows his head respectfully.
Hello.
Greetings.
Sorry.
Get in tight.
Thanks.
Big and tight.
I I apologize for the intrusion, but there is an incident going on to the west of the village, and Azrogorn was curious if you all would be willing to take a look over there and see what's going on. One of our scouts reported it. He didn't make out many details, but he said there's some sort of scuffle going on over there.
Oh, great.
Beastie will look to Zardak.
Zardak will eat and shrugs, showing that he's telling you to do what you want to do.
Hoping to sit down to enjoy a nice meal for once.
You've already enjoyed the meal.
Hoping to enjoy the dessert. Oh, El will stand. Hubert, let's go.
Elvie will stand in unison with Adel.
Julie just kind of nods to the rest of the group.
This happened at the end of y'all's meal, so you got to enjoy a nice, warm, sit-down meal for quite a while.
Alright.
First of all, grab his what? Does he have a? I know he probably didn't need to, but did he have enough time to make the repeater crossbow his packed weapon or no?
Sure.
Are there actual stats for it, or is it just shots?
It's literally a heavy crossbow, but it fires 3 times.
Okay, so I get
And-
3 attacks or is it
you
like?
get 3. You get 3 attacks. Each attack fires 3 bolts, and then once you've done your 3rd attack, you have to reload, and it takes an action.
Okay, so I essentially fire 6 times in a turn, or is it just the 1 attack action for the 3 times?
1 attack action for 3 shots.
Okay.
Ogren's gonna hoist Smasher over his shoulder, just in preparation.
Okay.
Does Ophi look like he's gonna go?
Since he is currently BRB'd, he will follow.
Alright.
He doesn't have an option.
Beastie will follow too. Gotta keep the kids safe.
Everyone gather up so I can copy and paste. And Mark, you're suddenly here, as if the magical deity of this world brought you here against your will.
Damn,
Mark
Draco.
over here working on a way to survive without a core. Random hand from the sky takes him and tracks him to everyone else.
No, it's adventure time, motherfucker.
Not now, plot
Come on,
beckons.
happy friends.
Don't
Yes.
forget the skeleton this time.
He's right there.
Come on, grab your friends. It is not an option.
I am no longer asking.
Adventure time, but come on.
Because I guess also along the way,
Grab all your friends.
just say real quick, I guess along the way,
Don't
Mark
ask for
will explain
permission.
that if they manage to overclock his circuits, he can't survive without his core.
Alright.
He's just explaining that if you guys do that, hit him with lightning and overclock him, he can survive without his core.
Motherfucking lightning.
Well, that will be all Tauntaun's job, as I am incapable of lightning magic at the moment.
I mean,
Do you wish
Don't have-
look
to
at me.
electrocute you periodically?
no, only if it calls for that. But I also have this, just in case, as he kind of shows him the lightning javelin.
Will there be a sign that requires, that will let me know that I need to electrocute?
If you,
He usually asks for it.
they usually ask for, or if you see someone actually attempted to take out my core and succeeding to do so,
Then that is the cue.
yeah.
There
Or if
we
it
go.
starts to get damaged.
What's the safe word?
When you see a giant light from my body start to be taken out of me.
So when the light leaves you, then
We didn't test it after, but probably better do it before. I don't know if there'd be time for it, but
So,
during the experiment, but
as you're as you're all going along, eventually you will get to the spot where the kerfuffle is going on. And as soon as I transfer maps, I will
Is
be
a
right.
kerfuffle.
And
Look, we can.
Who are they?
you see a group of drow currently battling and seeming to overpower the lizard folk, restraining them before moving on to the next one. There are 2 lizard folk who have their hands, legs, tail, and jaws bound to where they can no longer move, while the other 2 look heavily wounded but still will not go down without a fight.
Oh boy, I feel like we're in the middle of another thing where we might make another enemy if we fuck up.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it'll
Do they
start.
like? So I was gonna say, did they like similar to the some of the soldiers we saw back in Haven or around Haven? We met Squib or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, are these?
In fact, for you, George, these drow don't actually look like they belong to any faction that you're familiar with.
What about the
Yes,
list?
George will.
The
Sorry.
lizard folk are just lizard folk.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
George will kind of just, as they're kind of approaching, they don't look like they're from any place that I know about.
We
It'll.
were sent to investigate, not exactly fight, so... And we're in someone else's territory, so we should at least tell them that they're not in uncharted territory.
Wise idea.
Wizards working for,
I don't.
know.
I don't think
Yeah.
so.
As this conversation goes on, you see that the last 2 remaining, who had not been restrained yet, have been put down and are now currently being restrained.
Oh,
It looks like they're not killing each other either. They're trying to capture them.
could be part of the slave trade,
Or a sacrifice.
or that.
Determining the reason would be a good
Perhaps
idea.
we should go diplomatize before anything else.
Yes, I would like to know why they are detaining the lizard folk.
Yep. Ada will step forward, but we'll have her hands up to show in a way to show that she's not a threat. She is gonna wait to see, like, they're all of the lizard folk are restrained right now, yeah?
Yes.
Alright. Just gotta go.
Do you say anything, though?
Yeah, she's gonna say in Elvish, "Hello, we're not a threat."
Immediately, the closest drow will turn, brandishing his sword, and upon seeing you, his eyes widen a bit, and he kneels. And then the other 5 will look over and kneel to you.
Hey, that's new.
Oh
Uh-oh.
shit!
Princess,
They
this is where you've been
wrecked
hiding.
They
What?
know who you are.
Prince? Oh.
Wait, these are yours?
And before you can really recover from the shell shock, you see a swirl of blood in the middle of all of the
Oh no!
in the middle of all of the
Oh.
drow.
Oh.
Oh no.
As Adel, you see someone who would be considered a priest from your homeland materialize, look over everything, nod, and then look to you and goes, "Princess Adel Sarte, the Burning Star. You've had us worried."
What? Oh, how did you...
And with a soft splash, blood will envelop him before he suddenly appears in front of you all, holding his staff.
How did you get here?
A friend of yours came and told us of your whereabouts.
Stacy.
No, definitely not her.
What?
This man wore a mask.
Oh no.
Adel's eyes narrow. And what did he tell you?
He told us that our missing princess was in a world a hop away, and he would give us the means to travel to this world. And we would also have the means of acquiring new livestock, he says, motioning his hand over to the lizard folk. And they are quite feisty. They will work well, don't you think?
Stock.
Priest, what's your name?
You know I have not had the privilege of keeping a name once I was promoted to this position.
Right. Well,
The one in charge of our band, although, is Alton Avantgarde.
can you spell that? Alton what now?
And use it in a sentence.
What is the origin of?
Oh god, it's Alton Brown.
Adel, this name is very familiar to you,
Yeah.
because that's the name of your mother's favorite consort.
Oh. Fuck.
Oh,
Huh.
your mom's boy toy is here.
Where is he?
He will be with us momentarily.
Right.
Were we unable to subdue all of our fresh catches before he arrived, he would kill the catches we were unable, as well as those who failed to subdue it.
Adel grimaces. Noted. She will, however, catch her grimace and very, very quickly go back to her stoic self.
He will be very pleased to see you. I'm sure he will be rewarded greatly for taking you home.
He's looking at Hubert right now.
Adel will remain in front of between Hubert and the priest. I see.
Is something the matter, Your Highness?
I
You do not seem well.
didn't expect to see people from my home here.
Are these... He says, and his head slowly tilts to the others beside you, holding you captive.
No. They're my allies.
I see. I will keep that in mind, Your Highness, he says and bows to you.
Since I've
Going
been...
inside that.
Okay, you can roll insight if you want to.
What do you mean by I'll keep that in mind?
Merely that I will keep it at the forefront of my mind.
Damn it!
Bruh.
George, you're not entirely sure of his meaning. The way he speaks is just a little odd.
Hard to get a read on him.
Gonna keep it in his mind.
Scalorius will start to walk forward. In the meantime, good sir, you are in trespassing in territories not your own.
This does not matter, he says, waving his hand in a dismissive fashion. The Drow Empire is allowed to trespass wherever it needs in order to obtain what it desires.
Interesting. Much like the great dragons of past ages, hoarding what they desire to be theirs. Because everything is theirs, in their opinion.
And everything will be ours, eventually. I'm glad you understand our line of logic.
Yes, I too, as one who follows the dragons. But something cannot be. He's just like pacing back and forth. Something cannot be both yours and theirs at the same time.
Correct.
With all due respect, my friend, I don't think this is a time for conversations about, what's the word I'm looking for? Morals.
Semantics.
You see that they're missing a princess, and she was having a conversation with them. Do you not think that they might think it's rude when she just said we're her allies?
We are indeed her allies,
Yes.
which is why we want to make sure she is not being upset that certain things are not being followed.
The only thing that would be upsetting her now is something like you walking in front of her. You might dirty her boots. Do you wish me to punish this? Do you wish me to punish this one for you, Your Highness?
It'll take a deep breath and then sigh. Do not presume to know what I want and what I do not want.
That is why I asked.
Don't. I will tell you.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Now return to your... And she gestures with her chin over to the other elves. Friends and the sacrifices until my mother's concert arrives.
They are not my friends. He says, but bows and heads along.
It will watch him go and then will audibly swallow.
You can almost hear a low growl from Scalodius.
I'm sorry, Scalodius.
No, it's quite all right. It is, as I said.
Bruh. Oh,
This is the reason why.
We lost Matt.
Matt, no.
Oh no. That's still in the roll 20 though.
Yeah.
It is like our conversation earlier. Sometimes ideals do naturally clash.
Oh, he's not in roll 20 anymore.
Uh-oh, his internet must have died.
He's still online, according to Discord.
I think Discord usually takes
Probably
a bit.
technical. Oh, no, there it goes.
Oh.
Hmm?
Alright.
Anyways. Like I said, some ideals naturally clash.
Listen, Scalodius. And she looks to the others. And this goes to all of you too. Do not mess with these people. They're
As
not...
long as they don't intend to endanger anyone, I shall leave them be.
They
That's what
intend on
worries me.
endangering everything.
I think
Unfortunately...
that also depends on.
Sorry, Jay, you go?
I was gonna say George probably gonna say. I was gonna say it also depends on what their definition of endangering is.
They will listen to me, but my mother's consort may not.
But allow me to put this in a way you can understand. Were Lady Adelsade not here, we would be next on the enslavement list.
Jubilee's just kind of trying to hold Hubert's hand right now because she's not a little nervous.
Hubert will.
Almost, dare I say, scared.
And eventually, as you're all talking, you see a tall male drow in armor walking up, chatting with the soldiers who have captured the lizard folk, and occasionally kicks one of the lizards to see how aggressive it is. The lizard folk will growl, snarl, and attempt to thrash, as it's very clear this new drow is getting a very strong sense of amusement at the attempted fight, despite the fact that it clearly can't. And eventually walks up to the priest as they share a few words. Then he looks to the group And you all see a big smile spread across his lips as his eyes only seem to notice Adelsarde. And he begins making his way over.
Ale will step forward as well, and we'll stop here.
Princess Adelsarde. As I've been
Alton
here I
Avangard.
thought- And here I thought we had lost you for.
If only.
My. You seem to be almost disappointed that we found you.
I'm surprised.
Yes. A friend of yours came and told us about this wonderful world with wonderful new toys. We haven't been here very long, but we've managed to capture them, a feisty Hydra, and a few angels. They've
Oh,
been
see.
most eventful.
See George immediately look frustrated behind
Elvie.
Elvie in front of him. Yeah, Elvie. Kind of just grips his sword a little bit.
That is not how this works, Alton.
And Adelsarde, you see Alton's eyes very briefly look over your shoulder before he focuses on you again.
That is not how this works.
Of course it is. It's what your mother desires.
She ordered you to take control of or capture people in this area?
Yes. We have to take them back, figure out what their extents are, which ones are going to be useful to us, and which ones need to stay out of our way.
That's my job, not yours.
Your job was to scout out Aria, which you have abandoned.
That was through no choice of mine.
Regardless, you still abandoned them. And imagine how furious your mother was when agents told us that you had disappeared without a trace. Oh, you should have heard him scream. He says, as a smile goes across his face, and he slowly licks his lips, as if finding great pleasure in remembering. You know, your mother misses you dearly.
I miss her as well.
Then, it should be no arguments that I take you home.
No, I can't.
No. Why? Are you afraid that she'll punish you? You know she does not punish her favorites, darling.
I know. But there are things that I need to do here, which will affect the Empire if they are left unchecked.
Oh. Then, you need inform me. I can get your mother to send assistance.
That would not be necessary. I have been working on that by myself, with my allies.
Oh. You grow up too fast. I remember it's only yesterday that you were so eager to go out and prove that you could destroy a village yourself.
Don't patronize me. That was years ago.
Yes, and you were so adorable then.
So what is your plan here? Capture people, take them back to Mother, and then what?
Alright, we continue. We have a wonderful new land to explore. Expand. Imagine all of the resources here just taking.
You'll do no such thing.
Are you jealous that you didn't think of it first?
She narrows her eyes even more. This is my territory, Alton.
No, your territory is back in our homeworld. This one is untouched, unclaimed. And your mother has sent me to personally decide if it's worth our time. You wouldn't argue with her, would you?
She lowers her head a little.
That's okay. I understand. You're at the age where you want to rebel, where you think she doesn't know what's best for you. But you'll grow out of that eventually.
Where's your base, Sultan?
Oh, it is nothing major. We haven't found a permanent residency as of yet, but we're working on it. There's a small little hamlet down towards one of the coasts to the south that we are working to try and tame.
Okay. Then I will meet you there. And we can discuss this further.
Well, in that case, if we haven't beaten that Gretchen Strongjaw by then, you'll have to punish us.
Gretchen?
Wait a minute, isn't that? Oh,
Gretchen? Did you say Gretchen?
Yes, that's how she introduced herself to us. A rather abhorrish name, if you ask me. It is what it is, I suppose.
Leave that place alone. My allies are there as well.
Where do I think Beetles need help?
Unfortunately, the help I would give would be killing.
Would you invade a kingdom which I peacefully took over?
It's not much of a kingdom, but I have to obey you, he says, placing a hand on his chest and bows to you, a very deep bow.
You will not touch that village, and you will take no actions against them.
Of course. Whatever you want.
What I want is for you to tell Mother that circumstances have changed. Aria, I've scouted and will be under my control once I choose to return there. The plan, the usual thing will occur. I have scouted, I have made decisions, and once I return there, I will be in control. It will envelop in the Drow Empire, as per the plan. This is just an extension of that. An opportunity which showed itself.
Roll persuasion.
Oh boy, oh boy. Let's see if this works. Oh, well, I guess we'll see.
Oh, I can send your word, Lady Adelsarde, but I cannot guarantee how she will act. You know how she is. Once she sets her mind to something, she has to have it.
Well, she passed that down on to me.
He chuckles a bit to this, and then peers over your shoulder, very clearly looking at Hubert, and smiles. I see you have finally decided to breed that one. Maybe his runs will be more obedient.
Ale is visibly taken aback at the comment, but will shut her eyes and smile a little. Maybe.
You seem insulted. Did I strike a nerve? Oh, you know I would never mean to offend you.
And yet you somehow manage it nonetheless.
And I do give you my sincerest apology.
El will walk right to his face. I already gave you your orders, so what are you doing here?
I am waiting for you to dismiss me, Elves. I can't walk away from you until you dismiss me, lest I risk you punishing me.
Then you are dismissed. Oh,
Of course.
and she looks over to the lizard folk. Release them.
And one more thing, he says, almost as if he knew what you were going to say.
She looks to him. Yes?
What else do you have on your mind, my lady?
Release them. She gestures over to the lizard folk. Release the angels and leave this realm. You'll speak to Mother, and I'm sure she'll give you new orders. But for now, leave.
I'm afraid if I leave without taking anything back, we will be severely punished.
It looks like she's about to explode with frustration.
You wouldn't want all 6 of them to die by your orders, would you? For people becoming slaves is far less of a moral injury than 3 deaths weighing on you, or than 6 deaths weighing on your conscience, right? 6 deaths that you could have easily prevented.
Adel will shut her eyes and pinch her brow. Fine.
He will smile, a slow smile, before reaching out and places a hand on each of your cheeks and rubs them the way a father would mess with a child and says, "That's what I thought," before letting go and bowing very deeply. "I will take my leave, and as per your orders, we will leave that township alone." And then he turns and makes his way back to the drow.
I'll just watch them, waiting for them to go.
They talk for a while, and eventually, unceremoniously begin dragging the lizard folk away. And eventually they all fade from view.
Jubilee's just rushing up to Ailsarde and just gives her a hug.
Adel is
So
rigid
what
to
all
the
have I missed
touch.
since I went to eat?
There was a scuffle to the west of town. When going to investigate the scuffle, drow were forcefully restraining some lizard folk, and upon confronting them, it was discovered that they're drow from Adel Sarde's homeland. Is that a Matt?
Hello?
Kind of. He is here in Discord, but we cannot hear him yet.
Oh,
There he is.
Sorry, the biggest disrespect of the
Biggest what now?
disrespect. Like it wouldn't let me do anything. Then I reset it, and then it was like update time. Meh, meh, meh.
Oh, fun.
Forced update. It's like, bitch, you ignored me for too long.
Yeah.
I tried doing this diplomatically.
Yes. Now I will make all of your shit fail until you update me. Damn it.
I tried diplomancy. Now it is time for your doing it omancy.
Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, tensions were really high just now.
Yeah, I imagined. I wanted to be there for the whole thing, but my computer said no.
So that gentleman, was he your?
He is the closest thing I've had to a father.
Hubert
I
makes
kind of
a
want to
no-
shank him.
Hubert makes a noise to you saying this, Adel Sarde, that is very clearly him disagreeing.
So, Metal Sarday has a daddy. Got it.
That is not.
Adel, if you ever need me,
That was not what she considers to be a father. That is her mother's consort.
Hmm.
in any case, if you ever need me to step in, Adel, you let me know.
If you step in, he would have killed you.
Or tried to capture you.
I understand your feelings, young tiefling, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor.
Tiefling is very spirited, but as much as it frustrates me, I must agree with my companion.
Her heart is in the right place. That is all that matters. Just consider that her matters are, for lack of a better term, complicated.
However, it seems that if their kingdom does threaten us, we should tell Sir Zardak and make sure we're ready to defend us.
Beastie will just walk over and say, "Why not kill?"
You make it seem like we would be able to.
Beastie shrugs. We kill or we die. Die now, die later. What difference? Kill him now, kill
Die
him
now
later.
or live later.
Beastie folds her arms. Me think you scared. And she isn't saying this to, like, you guys. She's saying it directly to Adel. And Adel will glare back at her, but will shake her head. Let's just go back and let the others know, and let everyone know. Of course the puppeteer would do this. Of course he would. Now of all times.
Mind filling me in? Why would he do such a crazy fucking move?
Because if we are dealing with my family, my people invading this realm, we can't deal with him, on top of everything else that's going on. That, and to, for lack of a better phrase, fuck with me.
So he's playing with you and also giving you a distraction. Got it.
That's his MO. And she'll
Fucking asshole.
walk along.
Ow.
George kind of just tapping his sword, like, as Adel walks by.
I know. He has your people too. I'm sorry. We have to stop him when we can.
I'll
So
try
what
to.
I'm hearing is we're going to war.
I'm gonna get
Possibly.
information on what this is and see if my mother may have names. Because does George know about angels living outside of Haven at all?
No, that one's not something that you're very familiar with, no.
Okay. So he'll say that if they, recall angels living outside of Haven. If they captured them out there, so they probably either went into my land to take them or something else. If they did do that, then they have a lot more problems on their hands.
It could have also been a situation of some of the redeemed going out on a scouting mission.
True, but then I still haven't heard that them going past the borders of Haven.
Yeah, the redeemed occasionally will leave Haven to go investigate disturbances. Just depends on what type of disturbance it is.
Okay.
Shall we be returning to home then?
Yes. And it'll
Very well.
Yeah, I gotta send out some letters.
head along a bit faster than before.
Just as George is also following along, he'll attempt to get in contact with his mother.
Okay. We'll get to that in just a second during the travels.
Anyone here know Galder?
Do you want everyone gathered up again?
I mean, yeah, George actually does know Galder's career.
Tauntaun saying this aloud.
George kind of snaps out of his focus for a sec. I do.
Perfect. I'm gonna need you to send a letter to a dude inside the basement of your city, whatever the fuck you call it.
Oh,
Catacombs.
Yeah, George would
What's his name?
know this guy.
No. He wouldn't?
I thought yeah, he would. George was with us when we
I
went
think
to
this
this
is
guy.
before Haven.
No, this is during Haven.
Yeah.
They're referring to the Mummy Lord that was down in Haven.
No,
Yeah.
One,
No?
the guy who gave Patterson extra limb.
I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
that's
George
before
was,
Haven.
okay.
Yeah, that is
Actually,
before
no,
Haven.
actually, no, it might have
Haven.
been. It was either
Yeah.
George or Mark, or was that before
That was
Haven?
over in the township that the Drow are currently trying to take over.
Oh,
Yeah, the catacombs.
Oh yeah, no, George was there for that when they helped him with that.
yeah,
he
he was
has-
the guy that did like weird undead shit, gave Patterson some extra arms. We had a blood moon event there. I gotta eat.
Yeah, that was before
Yes,
Haven.
but
Yeah,
Yes,
I need you to
right.
talk to that guy. You need an army. Make it.
you need an army.
Yeah. How else are we gonna stop a bunch of slavery? You need armies for that. An undead army is actually a better army.
You're making a very bold assumption that he cares.
They are trying to get into his home, says Adel.
Yeah, I mean, mutual interest here.
Will it not be better to give him fair warning rather than just telling him, "Hey, we need an army"?
I'm going to write a letter, that's why I said Galder's courier.
All right. If you remember his name or have anything of his, I can try to help with that.
I mean, I have some of his work. Gestures to Patterson.
I don't think I can send Patterson in a box.
No, but we can send a limb.
Patterson.
Maybe
needs
just
to
a
use
pinky will do.
Patterson, we both know that we can reattach limbs. I'm still trying to find Troll though.
No.
About more than
Perhaps
you.
just tell you no.
It's about stopping some asshole.
Patterson will grip all of his hands together and just hold them closer to himself.
Does he help
If
you
I
with
get you
your...
a gold bow, will you do it?
No.
Do you not just remember his name?
I, as a player, do not, but I know Tauntaun took notes of grafting parts thing.
Oh, I as a player did take notes back then.
Yeah, I took notes, but I forgot to take note of his name.
I know Tauntaun learned from the man. He learned how to graft parts to things. That's why Tauntaun is really hoping to find a troll at some point that we take all the bone.
Well, once we get back, if you can remember his name, that can work. Or if you want to try Piece of Patterson, if he wants to, then we can try that. Right now, I need to contact my mother and see if there's been any reports of missing angels.
All right, you do that.
Eventually, George, you will get into contact with her, and she goes, "You seem desperate to have gotten my notice. Is everything all right?"
No.
Didn't write the name shit.
I have a precise question to ask. Have there been any reports of any angels of the redeemed going missing?
There's a few moments of pause, and eventually she says a couple were killed not too long ago, but we didn't find the source of the killings.
Did you find any bodies?
Unfortunately, no.
All right. So apparently, and then Jordan. Do I have to explain it to him, or can I just say I give him details about what happened?
I mean, you can say you give them details.
Okay. Yeah, don't just give him the details about what happened, the drows and all that stuff, what they plan on doing, or not what they plan on doing, about what the one guy mentioned to Adol about capturing people and shit like that, and saying that they had angels.
I suppose we will have to keep our eyes peeled then.
Mm-hmm. Specifically for... Were they all just drow?
They were all just drow.
Oh, okay.
Except you couldn't tell what race the priest was, but it's safe to assume they were a drow.
Okay. And tell them there were... majority of them were drow.
As said, I will have to keep my eyes peeled and see what goes on. If we catch them, we will give them justice.
Same time, that could also lead to war. They are part of an empire, and apparently, I feel bad for saying this. I'm not saying. I'm saying as a player. Aenosar Day is their princess.
Oh, my sweet George, I have set empires to ruin before. If they wish to pick a fight with me, they will have one.
I don't think George has ever heard his mom talk like that, so that's new. Alright. Also, they may be going after Gretchen's area as well, but Aenosar Day ordered them away from that, but I don't know if they'll follow through with her orders.
I suppose I can send a reconnaissance team there to check it out.
Alright. Just let me know if anything happens then.
Of course.
It'll break the connection, I guess.
Okay.
I guess I'll also ask It'll start a...
Ale does respond for a few moments, but then blinks and looks over. Yes?
Do you know if they're able to bring back people that they kill and still take them as slaves?
It's not necromancy, if that's what you're thinking. They use them as fuel.
Technically, revival magic is necromancy, my lady.
I guess.
There's no guessing about it.
Does fall under the necromancy school, so yes.
In answer to your question, George, they do not make undead, but they do have the ability to force one's soul back into the body.
Okay. My mother said there was a party, a scouting party that was killed of angels, but they never found bodies or anything like that. I also told them just to keep an eye out at Haven, and I guess if anything happens, they'll let me know. That was it.
Beastie, meanwhile, just rubs her chin. Why not go to village? And she looks at the others. Fight them there.
Over just shrugs. Eh.
Fight them. Kill them. Problem gone. But Beastie will just sigh. Me no strategy person. And she rests her hand on Ophi's shoulder. Up to child, what do?
Well, if they do follow Edosade's orders, then they won't even attack it at all.
They'll find a workaround.
Is this Adel or Beastie?
Adel.
Adel.
Oh, okay.
They'll either find a workaround or await orders from Emis Thraza in order to simply ignore what she said.
That village is in danger. All I've done is give them a longer time limit.
Like it or not, we might just have to fight your people.
There is a workaround. One that will have to stop them. But that'll be up to Gretchen. The one person I don't know how to handle. And she looks at the others. What I mentioned to the priest and to Avant-Garde is true. Aria was supposed to be mine. I'm there to scout, but as a diplomat, like I mentioned before, I'm not officially a diplomat. I solve problems. I go to kingdoms and I scout them, and if I'm able to, I add them to the Drow Empire peacefully by allowing me to rule them through name only. They're part of my territory and they won't attack it. If I can do the same with Gretchen and Crestfall, they'd leave them alone. Unless my mother disregards that, which would put a lot of people in danger. But that would be a way to deal...
Who's your mother again?
She is the Empress of the Drow Empire. One of the biggest empires in Aria. Well, biggest empires in Gaia, I should say. Its destiny...
And the name.
Oh. Let's see. I don't think I have her in my notes, actually. It's a very long... Oh, I do have it. Hermatrosa.
Huh. I don't know why I thought her mom was Valentine.
No, that's her sister.
Oh.
But if I'm able to get people in Crestfall to agree to be under my command, of course that only be name only, I never command people to do anything. then it would technically fall under the divine manifest of the Drow Empire. That's the workaround I've been using.
Forced to listen to you.
If it was the case, by agreeing for me to lead them, if I decided for them to do anything, they would have to do it. Otherwise, it would be classed as rebellion, and then the Drow Empire would invade them anyway. But I'm not the person that would force someone to do something like that. It's ultimately up to them if they want to agree to that. They'd have to trust me.
There's literally just no good answer for this.
That's the puppeteer's plan.
Do you even want to do right by your mother at this point?
What's the alternative?
Kill your mother?
She just glares hard at Tauntaun for even suggesting this. If
You do realize there's a
Really
lot.
other you?
You do realize there's a lot more to that than just kill your mother.
I mean, that's true. Depending on who's next in line, you might have to kill them too.
Shut your mouth. I'm not killing my mother.
Tauntaun's then just going to shut his mouth, but then telepathically tell her, "You didn't think that would stop me from speaking, did you?"
Okie dokie. Let's see here. So, at the sound of him in her mind, she just fires a fireball past his head. And then she realizes what she just did and is going to run off.
Great shame if you.
And why did you say that?
Heck. How does one grapple with telekinesis?
They will have to roll athletics against your roll. However, as Adel Sarday has instant movement abilities, you can't really grapple her if she does not want to be. Because the moment she would meet resistance, she could Misty Step or Dimension Door out of your range.
This is true, but I can still at least try.
Okay, then you would roll a d20 plus your spellcasting ability, and she would have to roll athletics or acrobatics to
Got a
avoid
whole
it.
S5 on the die.
It's your spell casting ability.
Okie doke.
My spellcasting ability is intelligence.
It's
And
resistance,
the
so.
moment she meets resistance, we can just
Yup.
yep.
And away she goes.
Tauntaun, as you go to counterspell, you feel a searing pain in your hand as Hubert stabs a dagger up through your hand, and you find that he stops your counterspell.
Anton, that's enough.
Ah. I'm keeping the dagger.
I don't care.
Beastie folds her arms. Scared. And she looks at Tauntaun. You're right.
It's just a dagger.
She looks to everyone else. Why not?
You hear George kind of pipe up a bit louder than he usually does. If you were asked to kill someone who literally raised you and took care of you ever since you were born, would you just not hesitate?
Yes.
Okay, it's different for someone like you.
It
but
is
for
kind of
someone
her
like-
way.
Yes, it's different from person to person, however, and just simply forcing your ideals upon them in such a way to try to make them talk to you is not the best way to do that. As he kind of looks over at Tauntaun.
I agree.
It was a conversation we could have had back at the house under less intense circumstances, and yet here it is intensified with you with a dagger in your hand and her running off.
Not the first time I've had a dagger in my hand.
You miss the point as he just starts walking.
Well, Tauntaun now owns 5 daggers. All of them have been inside of him at some point.
I never thought I'd have a character agreeing with one of the Scorps, not gonna lie.
And I take it you all head back to the village?
Pose.
Oh, so yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Why are you agreeing with one of mine?
Beastie is agreeing with Tauntaun that killing her mom would be
Oh.
the easiest solution here.
I mean, Tauntaun just looks at it in a matter of kill one person, save a bunch. He'd kill himself if he thought it would save thousands. He's a weird man with the double knife.
Huh?
So who's
He's
the
one of the
weird man with
soldiers.
the
Oh.
double knife?
That's Mark
That was
Sensen.
one of the guards.
Oh. Yeah.
He's not here anymore.
Damn, I missed a whole ass edgy boy.
That's just an elven guard.
Yeah, that's just that's
It's
just one
the-
of the elf guards. around
It's the
this
token that's been used for every guard we've met thus far in this village.
Yeah, I'm usually not here when we meet the guard.
Yes, you were.
True.
You've passed by a bunch of guards.
Never seen their token.
Ah, okay.
My man just doesn't pay attention.
Look, when you have a character who's dummy thick and sometimes a dummy, you gotta play things by ear.
Bruh.
And normally I'm zoomed all the way out on maps anyway, so I don't really get a whole lot of details.
Fair enough.
The only downside to playing a mage, I have to keep zoomed out so I can see everything.
Yeah, that's true.
All of this rain at the cost of quality.
Adel will be hiding within the bedroom. Beastie, upon entering the house, will just go back and sit next to Zardak. Be not saying anything as she knows someone else who has a better grasp of the language will let him know what's going on.
Which Scalodius is about to do. Mr. Zardek, we need to talk.
About Ophi, please get off my back.
No.
We possibly have a huge situation. And then he'll go on to explain about the drow we just encountered.
I see. Well, if by chance they decide to attack, it would be bad for them.
If anything
we
happens in
With what we know, we should prepare for anything to come internally as well. They don't seem to be the type that play fair, sir.
Granted, I'm not really the type to play fair when I have to.
I'm just worried about them just literally just showing up out of thin air, so to speak.
If they do, we have plenty of precautions for that.
Still, we thought it was best to make you aware.
And I appreciate that.
What's our orders?
The Zaradek can see Scalodius is just trying his hardest not to go off and charge at him, the enemy.
Beastie will look to Scalodius and nod a bit, appreciating him being calm, but look to Zardak. What orders?
So long as they don't mess with any of us, we don't mess with them. If they have proven themselves to be a primary threat to anything close to us, then we'll act.
She nods.
As you wish, sir. Honestly, though, freely speaking again, I really wish I had blasted that smug bastard in the face.
Yes, and then most likely you would not be here sitting next to me.
You do that, you put child in danger.
Ophi knows
Which is-
better. Ophi knows better than to stay in a fight he can't win. And Zardak looks over his shoulder. Right. Ophi neither
Silence from the child.
Ophi neither confirms nor
I'm
denies.
sorry, I'm dealing with a brat. What am I supposed to confirm or deny?
Zardak looked over or said Ophi knows when to run from a fight when he's supposed to. Looks over his shoulder to look at Ophi, right? And then Ophi just didn't reply.
Ophi's
Like-
calculating in his brain right now. Punch it till it dies.
That's not.
Wrong answer.
I mean, I'm usually with Beastie, and it's what she does.
Beastie just folds her arms behind her head. Me keep you safe. Me know you charge in, so I charge in before you do.
Yes.
See?
Well,
She's giving bad examples.
Me not your mother.
I've taught you.
Damn close thing to it.
At this, Beastie will just will unfold her arms and will tilt her hat over her face.
In any case, if there's a situation you don't think you can win, Ophi, you need to run. Understand?
Welp.
meanwhile,
Jubilee, as you approach, you are standing at the door, and he looks at you as you come close.
Julie just leans against the wall.
Hello, Jubilee.
Hi, Hubert.
I take you are not feeling very well after that incident.
I hated how that guy just kept trying to drag Adelsarte's name through the mud like that.
He was not trying to drag her name through the mud. He was trying to get a rise out of her.
I guess poor way to phrase it, but I hate how he was trying to antagonize her. That's the way I was looking for. I just wanted to help get her away from that guy, and felt powerless to do so.
Yes, it is very good you did not fall victim to your impulse and say anything.
Bill.
It would have ended poorly for everyone involved.
Still, I real. What can we do to help Adel?
Well, we can either give her space for the time being,
Jubilee shakes her head no to that.
because I can go ahead and guarantee you I will not willingly let you through this door.
And can you at least see how she's doing?
If you were to dimension door into the room, you could, but she very clearly told me to stay out here.
No, I was asking if you could just comfort her.
I'm afraid I'm not allowed within the room. She said she wished to be alone.
Jubilee just kind of sits down on the floor, brings her knees up to her chest.
I'm aware that you have a dimension door. You can go in if you so choose.
You never saw me.
Of course.
Just kind of
Fireball.
Resistant, bitch!
Ada will be sitting on the, I guess, the chest, and she has her head in her hands. And she sounds like she has been crying.
Jubilee just silently kind of walks up and just holds Adel close. All right, let it all out.
Thank you.
We're here for you.
I know.
Kind of like petting her head as she gets all this out of her system. If you need to talk to us about it, you can, but please let me be there to help you in this way.
I just don't know what to do.
Does seem like an impossible choice, doesn't it?
The goblin was right. I'm too scared to make it. I know I can't stop Mother if I don't kill her. I pretended like it was possible to talk her down, and then the better me showed that's not an option.
So what are we gonna do about it then?
I don't know. If I kill her, then every person that I have hurt, the vow I made for them would be meaningless.
Would it really?
Yes.
I don't know if it would. I mean, if you're doing it to defend something and to save people who are actively in trouble, ultimately you're not doing a bad thing.
She just shakes her head. It is not for me to decide when someone's life ends. do not have that right. I thought I did. I acted like I did. And I caused so many people to suffer. If I go back to my old ways, they all suffered for nothing.
Maybe you don't have the right to take a life, but you have every right to try to save lives.
That's what I do, Jubilee. That's what I have been doing for the longest time.
Edel, look at me.
She looks at
I know
Jubilee.
this better than anybody. I know this better than anybody else. This is just running away from the situation. You're gonna have to confront it one way or another. And unfortunately, it looks like it's trying to force the issue now. If it comes down to it, and if you had to kill someone to save one of us or Hubert, would you do it, or would you just let us die?
Without a shadow
I
of a
understand
doubt,
it's not
I would probably kill them. But that's what scares me. I have killed goblins. I have eaten meat. I considered killing the other version of ourselves to protect all of us, so I can be good enough to stand up against the puppeteer. I keep telling myself it's for a good reason, yet I almost beheaded Tauntaun. Because I was angry.
And don't do it when you're out of anger. Do it because of the love you have for us. Remember that in the back of your head, and you'll have a good reason. If you do it out of anger, you're just gonna lose control. And like you said, you're gonna go back to your old ways. You just need to have a focus and remember why you're doing it. We do care about you, Adel. And again, I won't go to try to kill someone immediately, but if it comes down to it, I will. To help protect you. You matter a lot to all of us. And we've grown this family and companionship, and do we really need...
Sorry, do we really need what?
Do we really need our blood to prove that we're family?
Of course not.
We are probably more family to each other than we are to our own mothers. And trust me, I do say that from experience.
I know.
So believe me when I say, although killing may not be the first option, taking your mother down a peg is definitely something we probably have to do. It does not necessarily mean killing, but we probably would have to defeat her at some point. I just need to know if you, not now, but at some point, would you be ready to confront her? To stand against her?
Elle just slurs her head a little. I don't know.
I know it's not You don't have to be ready right now, but I don't know if I can not confront her at this point, considering she's threatening so many lives now. And we might be next on that list. Hubert is definitely going to be on that list. And I will do my damnedest to try to protect Hubert. Just as much as I want to protect you.
Adel will nod.
Okay. So
Okay.
I'm not asking for your answer now, but just be aware. You may have to stand across from her, or you'll stand with her against us. And I don't want that. And I know Hubert doesn't want that either. We'll just kind of wipe a tear away. All right?
Okay.
Feeling a little bit better now?
A little.
Yeah. Well, that's what I try to do.
The dancer
Gotta
that
make you
brings
smile somehow.
the dancer that brings joy.
And the ever stoic princess, huh?
I'm not so stoic right now.
True. Still love you nonetheless.
She smiles a little.
Now then, just remember, you don't have to do this all by yourself. That's a big difference between what you were doing before and what you're doing now.
Yes.
And of course, leave it to your mom to ruin an idea I had too.
She raises an eyebrow. Elaborate?
Oh, what I gave you earlier, of course. It's supposed to be a
completely
fun thing to get our mind off things.
I completely forgot that thing was there. Oh my goodness, why did you remind me? And now she covers her face, but it's more out of embarrassment than anything.
Jubilee starts to giggle. Definitely took your mind off that very quickly.
It is a strange tactic, and yet it always works.
Sometimes strange tactics are the ones that win.
I suppose they are.
Yeah. See, your tactics may be a little more traditional, but mine are a little more wild card. That's why we're a good foil for each other.
True.
I bet Hubert definitely agrees to that.
Did he tell you that?
I don't know, but we could always ask him.
I think you'll have to ask him yourself about that one.
Gets a grin. I mean, you could always try that on and try another wildcard tactic.
No.
Oh well, it was worth a shot. Shall I send Hubert in to have you talk?
If he wants to come in.
Jubilee will turn around and head for the door. Oh, Hubert,
Yes.
would you like to come in and have a discussion?
Only if Lady Adelsade wishes me to.
Yes, she does.
Are you certain?
Jubilee turns around to Adelsarde.
She nods.
I'm very certain.
Unfortunately, I didn't hear her say anything.
Hubert, don't be a jerk.
I'm not being a jerk.
Jubilee just reaches out and grabs him by the shirt and pulls him in.
As soon as he heard Adelsarde speak, he started walking in. It's like, I'm simply making sure that I hear you.
She huffs.
Weird. It's almost like Hubert knew my tendencies would actually work. think he has this wrapped around his little finger or something.
Tactic never reveals his secrets.
Sorry, Discord wigged out. Can you say that again?
Tactician never reveals his secrets.
That's true, unfortunately. No matter how many times I try and get you to tell them.
I tell you some of them, but only the ones that matter.
Oh, yeah, we'll take a deep breath and then stand. Alright, I think I'm ready to go out again.
Are you certain?
Yeah. They don't have
Take
time.
some time with Hubert.
Hmm?
You can take some time with Hubert if you need to.
I know. But now is not the time to wallow. And she nods a little. We need to take action. Otherwise, Gretchen's village will be in danger. And she starts heading along. Assuming that Alton is not already trying to figure out a way to get past my orders, he will be waiting for a mother to give him new ones to subjugate the village to use as a base. So,
There's that necromancer. Tauntaun did have one kind of smart thing. He did mention that necromancer guy underneath the town.
The zombie.
Yeah, that him.
Wouldn't really consider him a necromancer.
so we have a couple of options here. We can help the dwarves fight the army off. I could use my usual tactic and get into control of that town so they would have no right to go against it, lest they be going aggressive in my territory, which in of itself is an act of rebellion. Or we
I feel
can
like
fight
if you're gonna do that idea. I feel like if you're gonna do the diplomacy idea, you're gonna have to learn how to diplomatize aggressively, like Thorgrim.
I know.
Be a little less ladylike, as it were.
Not by myself anymore, like you said. If I can't do it, Thorgrim can. And that will be good enough. And she'll start.
Not a bad idea.
It isn't a bad idea. That's why you came up with it.
Looks to Hubert.
What?
Nothing. I feel like you might be sleeping outside tonight, though. Make use of me like that.
He tilts his head a bit. I surely have no idea to what you are referring.
Thorgrim,
Yeah?
I have a question for you.
He'll leap over the stool and or the chair and just sort of, yeah, what's up?
How do I think like a dwarf?
That's an odd question. Hang on, let me think about it. So, you know that prim and proper thing that you do when you do negotiations, where you just, you mind your manners and all that, and you talk all properly and all that. Might want to tone it down a bit, because I feel like dwarves are more business casual. We tend to be a little bit more gruff about things, more to the point, less flowery language, less pleasantries, more get in, we do our shit, and we leave.
I see.
Oh, and one more thing. None of that one more thing crap. That won't slide with dwarves.
Yes, that didn't work with her last time.
No, that just pissed Gretchen off.
Flashes back, Adel Sarday. One more thing. No, not one more thing. I told you to do something. You're going to do it.
No, it wasn't even that. It's like one more thing, and then she turned it against us. She turned the one more thing against us somehow. That's what scared Adel the most.
You've activated my magic cylinder.
My trap card. One more thing, right, Becky?
My Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
No you.
No, you.
Well, Thorgrim, I can tell you that I'm unsure if I could do that as effectively as you can. So I need your help to convince Gretchen to give me ownership of her village.
You what?
Rarely.
She'll then explain the situation with the drow. Essentially, if an area is under her control, other drow are not allowed to attack it, lest that would be an act of rebellion, which would result in dire consequences.
Oh, so when you say under control, you mean in name only.
It's what I plan to do with Aria.
Oh, okay.
Meaning I would have to do it with Crestfall too. Gods, that's going to be difficult.
I might not be able to help you there, unfortunately.
So I'll have to do it myself. But
Yeah.
that's fine. I need you to train me on how to be a dwarven diplomat.
Oh boy. Okay. That's gonna be complicated, but sure. I'll give it a try.
Ironic that sounds complicated when you said I should be doing less.
Yeah, but it's more how you do the less. Come on. Let's sit down. I'll talk you through it.
Alright.
And he'll pull up a chair. Pull 2 chairs for him and Adel.
She'll take a seat at the chair the chair you pulled out.
Okay, so do you happen to remember when I talked to Gretchen that one time?
Yes, you were very blunt.
That is the key to being a dwarven diplomat. Be blunt, be precise, tell what you need to tell them, get up, leave. That's all.
That's it.
Yes. None of that fancy schmancy stuff that you elves do. Just, da-da-da-da-da, leave. That's it.
And not be flowery with my language.
No, just tell them what you need to tell them. That's all.
Drive, raise hell, leave.
Basically.
Am I going to be expected to punch someone in the face?
That really depends on where you are in the world, but let's not worry about that now. Baby steps.
Depends on what dialect you're using.
Adel, that's advanced tactics you're talking.
Yeah, that's like step 3.
Yeah, that's when you get into border rights.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like a step before the last step. How many steps are there? 3.
Shit.
Wait, so that's only step 2? Yes, but step 1 is more important.
Step 1 is the best step. That's why it's step 1.
Okay, so go in, make my case, and I guess if they say no, then we'll have to switch to the contingency plans.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a whole lot that will convince a dwarf. We're kind of a little bit stubborn that way. You may have noticed.
All right, it'll stand. I think I have everything I need to know then.
It's not a lot you need to know. It's just how you use what you know. Because one wrong step and there's a hammer coming at your head.
Oh, so that's when I punch them in the face?
Generally. But that's step 3.
Alright. I guess one other thing is... Okay, I have to stop that. Jeez. I didn't even mean to do that time.
Yep. See, you're doing it again.
Not speaking Dwarven? I shouldn't do that?
You probably shouldn't. Some dwarves see that as a bit of an insult. Because, it's like, you're not a dwarf. You shouldn't speak Dwarven. Rah, 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 rah. Things like that.
Alright. Hell nod.
Like how a high-ranking elf or human would be almost insulted if, you either did or did not speak their language, depending on who they are.
Humans have a weird obsession with that.
They really do.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Hale glances. Oh wait, no, he's not half human. Never mind. She doesn't glance at Hubert. All right, she stands. I guess we have the plan in motion then.
Glances at Hubert. Hubert neither is no part human whatsoever.
Yeah. So she'll take a look at her clock. What time is it?
It's getting into early evening.
All right. She's going to. Let's see. Does she have sending? Yes, she does. Wait, she looks at Thorgrim. Should I send her a message that I'm going to speak with her about this tomorrow, or should I just show up and tell her?
Fair warning probably is a better idea.
Alright. So, she's going to send a message to Gretchen, which says...
Sounds like someone who would have a lot of meetings, so,
Yeah. Gretchen, I'm unsure if you're aware, but there is danger around you, which involves drow. I come tomorrow to speak with you about it. I'll be blunt. If we don't meet, people will die. And then she will send. And hopefully that doesn't mean... Hopefully Gretchen doesn't take that as a threat.
Hopefully she doesn't take that the wrong way. Gretchen, I took that the wrong way.
I took that personally.
Alright.
No, you said people will die. I took that personally.
You said people will die. What do you know? A lot of drow are dead.
Oh, weird.
I mean, if that happens, I would kind of I don't know if that'd be better or worse, actually.
Probably both.
It'll then rest her chin on her hands. So, assuming if that's the plan we're going for, the next people that I would be speaking to is George's mother, and she very slowly glances back over to Zardak. Him.
Okay. Yelling at myself. Adel.
Why are you calling her?
Adel, as you're looking at Zardak, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
She'll look over. Hello, Patterson.
Patterson will then point to Tauntaun's room.
She'll look over to Tauntaun.
Tauntaun's room. Tauntaun's not out of it.
She stares for a while, but sighs and gets up. Alright. And she'll go in.
Do you want me to accompany you?
No, it's fine.
Very well.
Hey! Shut the door.
She'll shut the door.
Thanks. I would like... What's the word? Word for what the fuck is the word? I myself am actually drawing a blank on the word right now.
Apologize?
You're not giving us any You're not giving
That's
us any
the one.
context clues here, bud.
No, somebody already fucking missed it. I would like to apologize for matricide.
Halo shut.
I understand that our philosophies of helping people are rather different. You're a by the individual person, I'm a by the many person.
Halo holds.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, I understand. You probably have some mixed emotions for your mother. But I would not ask you to do anything that I would not do.
Alright. Well, I appreciate the apology.
By the way, Hubert's not getting his dagger.
He probably wouldn't want it back. Otherwise, he would have taken it.
No, I just like to collect all the daggers that have been in.
Right.
So, do you have a plan, or...
Yes.
Actually, we just got done discussing it.
Right out there.
You weren't in here. Shut the door.
Was she eavesdropping?
Was she eavesdropping?
Was I?
That's entirely up to you.
Sorry, I spaced out for a moment and didn't realize Adelsarte had left the room. My bad. Ignore
I
me.
mean, technically, she's only, like, in a kitty-corner room from you.
By the way, Adel will fold her arms behind her. Yes, I'm going to take control of all the countries in this land.
I get the feeling we're still gonna need an army.
Probably.
Though I would assume that we can probably get the vampires and the ghouls to work together.
We haven't
I
even
have
been there
something
yet.
of a plan that could... Instead of everything. Also, no, we haven't been there, but I do want to go there.
We will have to.
Yeah, you're gonna have to explain that to Thorgrim.
I think he'll be able to handle it.
Or we can send him somewhere else for a bit.
Maybe.
Also, as a token of apology, don't have it ready yet. I'm gonna give you a scroll for the shield spell I made.
Oh. Thank you, Tauntaun.
Yeah, I finally managed to figure out how to make it rain.
Impressive.
Big range, but-
You've been working on that for a while, haven't you?
I have. Luckily, I'll be very enlightened.
She is
The
an...
enlightenment. The enlightenment. Well, first off, Tauntaun, do not get high when trying to make your scroll.
It's like, why didn't I think of that?
That is definitely step one.
No. You just don't do the ones that make you have really weird thoughts.
Which is most of them.
Yeah, there are strains that do help with cognitive function. Too much of it, though, you do end up getting in thought processes.
Well,
Sometimes too much is a bad thing.
That's with most things, honestly.
Also, you're doing the whole imperial again.
I'm doing the whole what now?
Imperial stance thing.
Oh, she unfolds her arms.
I'd offer a massage, but I feel like she'd probably kill me for that one.
He probably would. And she'll put the scroll away. And I'm sorry
He
for
hasn't
almost...
made it yet.
Oh. Well,
Yeah, no, he does still have to make that. That requires some time.
I'm sorry for almost burning your head off.
It's not the first time someone's tried that.
Right. She'll nod and then head back out.
But this is the first time I've apologized to someone after that.
I appreciate, like I said before, I appreciate the apology. And she looks to him. We always stand at odds ends, and I doubt you necessarily like me. I know you don't consider me your friend, but I do care for your well-being.
And I care for yours. Mostly because you're actually very good at what you do.
So are you, despite how inebriated you are.
I'm not inebriated right now. Thanks.
I want to incite that. Actually, no. She'll...
I might have to incite himself, too. I actually don't know if he's had anything today.
Well, he'll smile to Tauntaun, and then shut his bedroom door. And we'll take a seat back here.
How did it go?
Better than I expected.
Well, I didn't hear blood-curdling screams, so can only assume that it went well.
Well, I haven't received a message back from Gretchen, but push comes to shove, we will meet her tomorrow. After that, I'll meet with George's mother, and then, when I'm able to muster up the courage, I'll have a talk with you-know-who. And she rubs her throat a little bit nervously, remembering what happened the last time she tried to talk Zardek into something.
He's
Wasn't even
speaking to
trying
a
to talk.
noise.
Wasn't really trying to talk Zardek into something.
Yeah,
It
she
was
would...
more or less- It was more or less her trying not to say the wrong thing, and she said the wrong thing.
She was trying to talk him into not crushing her throat.
Well then.
And then, of course, that's assuming that
What
he's...
time? Go ahead.
Of course, it's assuming that he's the toughest leader there is. There is, of course, Rodriguez, who, of course, does not like our friend, Poe Masters, and if I asked for what he wants, who knows what he's gonna ask for in response. Considering he's a pirate, I doubt it'll be pleasant.
Not to mention, he doesn't really run a country.
Yeah, he's a king, he has the authority, but it's not...
He may only be king among pirates, though.
Yeah. And then, of course, there's the paladins.
Who are also drow.
Yes.
And the Templars, not paladins.
Either way, I'm nervous about them, too. Either way, that's as for tomorrow. We'll speak with Gretchen. Then, if Mark is ready and able, we'll try and find Supreme. Stop him from building that machine. Then we'll speak with the other leaders.
Worst case scenario with that is if the machine does get built, we could always destroy it later.
Yes,
That
and
would give us more time, actually.
it would stop Alton from going back to Mother. Or it would stop him from returning here.
On the same side, on the opposite side of the coin, however, if she is here, it would stop her from getting back.
Adel's face visibly pales at that, as she did not think that her mother would be here.
Although, if it does prevent her from going back, maybe that would humble her a bit.
It would not.
No, she would just decide that since she could not get back to her kingdom, she'd simply make a new one.
Thorgrim looks like he's about to, holds up the hammer and looks like he's about to say something and a very happy, smiling face. But as soon as Adel and Hubert say their last sentences, his hammer slowly droops down, and he's just like, "Oh."
If she is in Crestfall, Crestfall is in grave danger.
Oh, wait, hang on. Thorgrim is going to go over here, and he's going to put on his mask and hat, and he's going to see if he can contact Dr. Kane again.
Roll a wisdom check.
A flat wisdom check. Flat wisdom check. That's not very good. And yet would be a nat 20 if I had it.
As you put on the mask, it takes a few minutes, but eventually you hear a panting sound as if whoever you're listening to has been exerting themselves.
Oh my.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Thorgrim, right?
Dr. Kane?
The same.
Are you alright?
I am fine.
Have you been working on something, or?
I have been in an altercation.
I see. That's what I was just checking on, actually. He'll take the hat off briefly and just sort of go, "Quick, Dr. Kane is on the line. What do I say to him?"
I love you.
Elle will look over. Can you say that again?
Dr. Kane is on the line. What do I say to him?
She'll quickly go. Where is he? Ask him where he is.
Where are you?
I am in the wilds.
Okay, so you've run from Crestfall then?
No, the wilds are part of Crestfall.
No, I mean like you run from the village.
No,
Okay.
I had left the village months ago.
Okay. So what?
I am a traveling doctor. I have to travel to get ingredients to make my medicines.
Do you know the state of the village?
I cannot say that I do.
Okay. And he's speaking loudly enough so Adel can hear. Okay. what altercation were you in just now?
A few would-be bandits attempt to threaten my well-being.
Oh, simple bandits. Okay.
I assume that's what they were.
Ask him if they were drowned.
Yeah, do you remember if they were drow or not?
There's a brief pause as as there's just silence, and he goes, I can honestly say that based on their remains, I could not tell you.
Oh,
Jesus.
Mother of mercy.
apparently
They were. Holy shit. I don't think we have to worry about your mom anymore. We found the humbler.
He'll turn to Adel and go, apparently he mutilated them so badly he doesn't know.
Adel just looks a little bit confused. Isn't he a doctor? Anyway. Maybe he can meet up with us, if he's in the wilds.
Do you know where the, Wood Elf village is?
I cannot say that I do.
Is there a place where we could meet up with you?
There's not really a landmark in the wilds to do that, save the tree, but no one can really approach the tree.
Okay. Shit.
Hold on. Isn't that... Didn't you contact the other doctor through that mask, Thorgrim?
I did, yeah.
How come you're able to contact Kane through it?
He's the one I was able to hear first.
Ask him if he knows about the other doctor.
Ask Kane if he knows about Grudge, or Grudge if he knows about Kane.
Kane if he knows about Grudge. Grudge doesn't know Kane, apparently.
Okay. Got to know of a Dr. Grudge.
I have heard rumors of a Dr. Grudge, yes.
Okay. But only rumors.
Yes.
Okay. He says he only knows rumors.
Can't. I don't know if he... I want to insight that. Can I insight that?
No, you're not talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Could I incite that? Because I'm directly speaking with him?
You did not think to do it until Adel asked to, so no.
I can't do the ellipses and then, like, exclamation point and then think about it?
With disadvantage, you could.
Sure. So good.
You're not. You can't really tell if he's lying or telling the truth.
Okay.
Wow.
Pilgrim just shrugs. Is there any way we can help you
Help me with what?
with your current predicament? If
I'm not really in a predicament as of now.
He seems he's pretty capable of taking care of himself in the wilds.
Well, I'm gonna keep in touch with you just in case. But and I'll check in periodically, but just be safe. Things are a little weird right now.
You as well.
You should ask him why we're able to contact him through the mask. It's not enchanted.
Yeah, hey Doc, before I go, why am I able to contact you through this? It's like, it's not a magical hat and mask in any way, but are we connected in some way?
There is a long, drawn-out silence before Kane says, I have to go. And
Wait, inside check.
before he disappears, you can tell that he knows something, but just didn't want to tell you before he cut the connection.
God damn it, he knows too much, click.
How did he click a mask?
Thorgrim gets the ellipses to do the first insight check. The Thorgrim asks why he can talk through the mask if are they connected. The Dr. Kane on the other side. ... Okay, bye. ...
Ellipses click. He's not responding.
Alo glances to it, like, gives him the mask a side look. Didn't Grudge react similarly?
I don't remember, honestly, but
He made some vague excuse about experiments.
huh. Maybe we are all connected somehow.
I wasn't able to speak with him through the mask he gave me.
You also didn't wear any of the masks that he gave us.
Yes, I did. Pretty sure I did. Hell, look to the mask that she received. Actually, this probably would have been pretty good against the statue we face. Anyway, she'll put it away. Just another mystery in this continent.
I need to think about this. This is, fucking weird.
Well, luckily, you get to think about it. Until next time.
Yay!
No! 8 o'clock already. No!
I have to
Not
speak.
Shenanigans
Not
turned in.
Not only is it's nearly 15 minutes past.
No!
I have to speak to Zardak about being in control of his land. Yay! He's totally not gonna punch my throat out my neck.
George might join him in that if Sorday asks him about that.
Charles? Oh, Charlie. Why would Charlie do that?
No, George.
Oh, George. Why would George do that?
George. Hey, George, I want to take over your mom's kingdom. What the fuck?
Hey, George, I want to be your sudden ruler all of a sudden.
Hey, George, I want to be your mom. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, and subscribe. Hope you stick around to see more of what I make. Be seeing ya.